you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, LOUDTalkerz. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It is your girl, Amora. I am the host of the Talk About It with Amora show. Hit that thumbs up and let me know if you can hear my voice. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Thank you, Nahimi. She's setting it off right. Thank you so much, Nahimi. I appreciate your love. Thank you, thank you. She said, yeah, we can hear you. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Y'all, let me just say this before we get into this story. First of all, hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Hit that thumbs up button for me, please, and thank you. Hold on one second. Okay. Y'all, she said put your disclaimer up. Okay, so my disclaimer is going across the bottom, and basically what it says is things that I said in my mouth is based on my opinion only. I'm definitely not here trying to defame nobody's character. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna talk about it, all right? We definitely gonna talk about it. So you guys, before we get into this, first of all, welcome back. Welcome back. We came on earlier and we was here for 5 hours, and we weren't even trying to be here for 5 hours. But y'all, afterwards, I was like, let me go read these text messages. Y'all, I crashed. You hear me? I went back to sleep, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. I crawled up in that bed and I went back to sleep. So I'm just waking up not too long ago, but I feel refreshed. I do. It sounds like your girl trying to get a little cold. And I'm like, why am I getting the cold? But I was out at the mall the other day. I think I'm gonna have to just go to the mall every day and just hang out around all the germs and, you know, the diseases and whatnot. So my system can get a little bit more immune to that outside world, all them germs and shit that's floating out there. You know what I'm saying? Because baby, it's like when I get around people, it's like I catch the heebie-jeebies or something. You know what I mean? And I be catching the colds and all type of stuff real easy. It don't even take that long to be around people, you know? Thank you so much for the loud noise made up in here. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, thank you. That's for my Coca-Cola. Oh, yeah, y'all. Yasmin. Thank you, Yasmin. Yasmin sent me a message today, and she says, I just popped into your live real quick because I was working, but sounds like you need some tea for your voice. Here you go. And she sent me $10 to go get some tea. I appreciate that. Thank you, Yasmin, if you're in here. She may not be in here. Let me, I can even, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, y'all, we got some receipts to break down. And it's the same ones from the other day, you right? But it has a little bit more context to it because Latruth, like, if you're gonna tell it all. So it seems like they both came out here first trying to only show what they wanted us to see. Because you know, we said Latruth didn't show the whole amount the first time, right? Like, wait a minute, he started on June, but she said she broke up with your ass in February. And she coming out here showing earlier receipts, like, what's up with this or whatever. And so he must have been listening and watching or whatever. And he like, oh, is that what you're doing? Oh, that's what you're doing? You coming over here and trying to just put this one out and this one out. Let's put them all out there, okay? So the Latruth then turned around and uploaded the whole thread. And then he even went back. Latruth even went back and said Vivacaaa's second phone. Okay. So apparently, I don't know what's up with people with all these phones. I got 2 pair. So she got 2 phones. So he put Valencia's second phone. And then I guess the other one is just Valencia. All right. Or whatever, right? So obviously she was calling him, she was hitting him up from both phones or whatever. So he just basically came back and was like, nah, I got some more for y'all to read on this here internet. And that's what it's for. That is definitely what it's for. This is not for the judge, in my opinion. This is definitely for the internet. Okay, I think at this moment, they are both performing for the internet. Because to be honest with you, this shit is so petty and should have never reached the court. Never reached the court. There's no danger here, in my opinion, okay? She's not accusing him of bopping her upside the head, slapping her in the face, punching her, decking her, folding her up in a tote, and none of that. She's not accusing that. She's basically saying, tell this man to leave me alone. But at the same time, she's not blocking him. She's not blocking him on social media. She's not blocking him in her phone. She wants a judge to just tell him to leave her alone when she can clearly just block him. So in my opinion, this is waste of the court's time, energy, effort, and money, okay? But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into this or whatever, and we're going to put it up on the screen. Now, I'm not going to watermark this or whatever because it's already circulating throughout all over the damn internet. Let me just see something right here. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. So he changed a little bit of this right here. Okay, because I was trying to figure out, was this changed? And it does look like it's changed a little bit. So he filed this motion on the 4th, which is today. Damn. He just filed this one today. Hold on, let me just see answers. Oh, yeah, he did. He responded to her answers. Okay, hold on. All right, so it says, I, Robert, appearing pro se, which means that he does not have a lawyer. He's representing himself. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't spend not one dime on this garbage because that's exactly what it is, garbage. Pro se, submit this amended supplement response and affidavit in reply to the petitioner. We already know the petitioner is Miss Vivacaaaaa, Miss Season, okay? Now, he is responding to her answers. Now, this is what I don't understand, y'all, okay? So, listen to this. She filed. He responded. Then the judge says, I want you to respond to his answers, okay? So, she responded to his answers, and now he responds to her answers. Is she going to have to turn back around and respond to his answers? Because what's going on here? What is going on here? Are we about to keep saying response to the response to the response? I ain't never seen nothing like this. I would actually think that once she filed and he responded, that the judge will read between the lines somewhere in there. But she said, nuh-uh, I want you to go back and respond to his answers. So she responded, and now he then turned around and responded to her answers. So anyway, child, I hope the judge is okay with oh Lord, Jesus. I hope the judge is okay with these answers, all right? So nevertheless, he says, he just responded pro se. He submitted an amended supplement response and an affidavit in response to the petitioner, Miss Vivacaaa's answers, okay? Now, it says the petitioner, which is Vivacaaaaa, response does not identify any specific acts by me that constitute harassment, stalking, intimidation, or threats. Instead, her response relies on subjective interpretations of my intent, feelings, and reactions rather than conduct and message exchange long before the filing of this petition. There are no allegations of physical violence, following surveillance, repeat unwanted communication, or directed threats, okay? Now, that line is actually important because he's basically saying, if I did anything, if anything in this text message or anything in my videos comes off as threatening, intimidating, or harassing, that's not my intent. And let me tell you something. Intent goes a long way, okay? It does. Y'all remember in the Brianna case, right? When she showed Latruth's little shrimp to her friends or whatever. She was charged, remember? And she pleaded guilty. You would think, oh, she was charged, she pled guilty. that's it, right? But they came back and sent her a letter and said, we can't prove malice intent. So because they couldn't prove malice intent, they dropped the charges. So intent goes a long way. And because he put in here, it was not my intent. He said that her response replies on subjective interpretation of my intent. Subjective could be I think away, you think away, they think away. It's subjective. It's basically her opinion, how she view things. But he's like, okay, you may view it like this, but that's not my intent. Right there kills this entire, in my opinion, it kills it. Because if that's not your intent, it's not, the judge cannot punish you and it's not your intentions, okay? Anyway, unless there's some evidence that you know shows that you were intentionally doing this, right? But let's continue. So he says on September the 10th, 2025, the petitioner made a public post, so on social media, post referencing prior discussions about collaborating with me on a relationship-focused podcast and expressing openness to future collaborations. This post was made voluntarily and publicly and did not express fear, concerns for safety, or a desire to disengage. I submitted this solely to provide context regarding the nature of the petitioner's conduct during the relevant period. Now, mind you, she said in her write-up that this man was intimidating her and doing such things round or about April of 2025. Now, Latruth did post receipts of that, and I remember that too. I remember that day. On September 25, she posted something and said something about we will always be connected at the hips, sitting down in the trenches. Latruth, you want to collab? Okay, this is what it says. Y'all remember this? Raise your hand in the chat if you remember this receipt on September the 10th, 2025 from Mrs. Vivacaaaaa. I remember this. Remember that? I remember this. She says, good morning, family. I'm not upset that Latruth is now an advocate in the narcissism and healing space. I think it's great that he's using his platform to help others. We used to talk about doing a relationship podcast together all the time. So who knows? Maybe the universe is circling back. She dropped them sets of eyes and said, collaboration over competition always. Holla at me. She put a phone, some other swiggly shit, and a world map, a world globe, okay? Holler at me. Now look at the date, September the 10th of 2025. She told the courts, right, that he harassed her, intimidated her, made her so in fear that she filed this petition back in April of 2025. How can he scare the shit out of you in April of 2025, but yet you're telling him to call you, collab with you, get together, and you guys possibly put together a podcast in September? Okay? This is not looking good for Vivacaaaaa. The judge is definitely going to toss this out because this is not looking good for Vivacaaaaa. Okay? So, mind you, September 2025, she's asking for them to basically connect because that's what she's asking for, right? So let's go back up because he referenced that in his response right here, number 2. And he was correct. So now number 3, the petitioner alleges that I contacted her on January 27, 2026 after the TPO protection order was entered and implied that this constitutes harassment. This allegation is inaccurate and misleading. At the time in question, I was actively documenting evidence on my phone. He should thank Mika for this one. Because won't they do it? The internet will definitely give you an excuse to use before the court. And baby, he needed to just go on and say, thank you, Mika. Thank you, girl. I thought I was gonna have to say, I butt dial this chick. But nevertheless, he says, at the time in question, I was actively documenting evidence on my phone for court preparation, including taking screenshots of call logs and message history. During that evidence gathering process, my phone inadvertently initiated a call to the petitioner's number. The call was immediately canceled, never connected, and resulted in no conversation, voicemail, or communication. Now, he used the same words. Now, whether he told Mika or Mika told him, but they definitely put this into the document. Now, that's up to the judge to believe or not. And hey, at this point, why not take his word? Because Vivacaaaaa looks like she's reaching. Let's just be honest here. Why not take his word? Because Vivacaaaaa looks like she's reaching in all these other areas, especially this one right here, number 2. Because she said, he harassed me. He did this thing with his fingers, right? In April of 2025. He threw these magical fingers and wound it up, and I was scared, Your Honor. That was in April of 2025. But in September, she's asking for a collaboration. Yeah, okay, Vivacaaaaa. You weren't that scared. You wasn't that scared, because if you were scared, you wouldn't have wanted to be around him in September. So after the judge read this one right here, I think anything after that, the judge is going to be like, nah, Vivacaaaaa. Vivacaaaaa. Girl, are you smoking, Vivacaaaaa? Vivacaaaaa. What's wrong with you? So anyway, he says that it was an accident. His finger hit the call button or whatever, and he canceled it. And he said that this was not a real call. Okay, now let's continue. He says the screenshot taken from my device in my initial response shows timestamps that fall within the same minute range as the alleged call, and inadvertent canceled call occurring during documentation of evidence does not constitute harassment, stalking, or a violation of protection. So let's go down to the canceled call, because I'm sure that's evidence. And here it goes. Boom. So right here, January 27th at booty call hours of the evening, 11:27 p.m. And he put down here, excuse me, it was canceled call. That says 11:25. 11:27. Okay. Well, whatever. The judge can figure that out. But right here it says canceled call at 11:25. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm not here to figure that one out. I'll let the judge figure that out. All right. So let's continue on. Then he says, contrary to the petitioner's assertions, she did reach out to individuals close to me, specifically a member of my immediate family and a close friend, to discuss my content and relationships matter, and to encourage intervention or reconciliation. Evidence of this outreach will be submitted to show that the conduct at issue was relational and emotional in nature, not fear-based, okay? In addition, the petitioner also initiated a separate TPO order proceeding against my current partner. I reference it solely to provide context regarding the scope and timing of the petitioner's actions following the end of our relationship and the public confirmation of my new relationship. The filing of a protection order against an individual closely associated with me, arising from the same underlying circumstances and during the same period, reflects an expansion of the dispute beyond direct interaction with me and is relevant to evaluating context, motive, and credibility. This shows that the conduct at issue was not limited to directly contact with me, but extended to others connected to my life. So then he comes down here and he put those receipts included in this document. And those receipts are starting. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Here. So this is just this is Valencia to an unknown, well, we just gonna say either a family member or close relative, close friend or family member to Latruth. Okay, that's what he said in his little write-up. So that's what we about to assume. Okay, let's read. So she was sending somebody some information, and she says, "I just tuned in." Well, wait a minute. It says before that, Trey something here listening with me. Trey's sitting here. Hold on. Let's see what they say. STM. Hold on. I don't know what STM stands for. So Trey something. Oh, Trey still here listening with me. So she said Trey still, STILL. So Trey still sitting here listening with me. Now I'm going to assume, well, I'm not even going to assume because I don't know if Trey is Blue Jay, the one that I do a podcast with here and there. Okay, I don't know who Trey is in this regard, okay? Thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate y'all. And I also have my coffee link pinned above. If you guys want to show your girl some love to get me a coffee or some tea or something like that. I appreciate it. All right, so anyway, she says, Trey still sitting here listening to me. Oh, okay, Trey. So that must be somebody, Trey must be somebody on the other end, like not my Trey. This is another Trey. Oh, her son Trey. Okay. Yeah. So it must be her son Trey. And then she said something about, oh, wait a minute. It says, I'm listening to this shit. They talking big shit in Nate's chat. something drag you. This is pissing me off. Okay. So I don't know who she's talking to. I wish I knew who she was talking to, but nevertheless. So anyway, she says, I just tuned in. I didn't know D-Ham said all of that because I wasn't in the chat the entire time. Then she said that was his opinion. He said nothing wrong. And I'm going to tell you in a minute who's who because I don't know yet. They not dragging me. I just hear facts with his voice. So that must be her. Huh. And then somebody said, exactly, they trying to make you mad. He never said all of that about you. She would have played it. She's a liar. Okay, so she must be talking about the comfort coochie statement when he said that she was supposed to only be there for a moment. She wasn't supposed to be there long term. She was only supposed to be there to comfort him. And we called it comfort coochie because if she was only supposed, DM did say she was only supposed to be there, right? She was only supposed to be there to comfort him. And we called it comfort coochie. Why? Because if she was only supposed to be there to comfort him, then why did she spread eagle? Okay. So we named it comfort coochie because, well, she gave up her coochie. She gave up her own coochie. She was supposed to comfort him, so DM said, but she laid down and spread it open wide. Okay. So that's her fault. That's her fault. Hey, when I'm there for my friends, you can't call up any of my friends and say, if Amora was there for you, did she bend over and grab her ankles or did she lay on her back and touch her ears with her ankles? No, because if I'm there for you and I'm comforting you, I'm not spreading ego. It's a difference, okay? Now, DM said she was supposed to be comforting him, okay? She decided to take it a step further. I know he didn't steal the damn cookies. right? She ain't put nowhere in this document that Robert stole her cookies. So if he didn't steal the cookies, how did he get it? Okay, that was Comfort Coochie. So I don't know why she talking about, he never said all that about you. She would have played it. She's a liar. Listen, just because I add a little sauce onto my analogies, that doesn't make me a liar, okay? Now, he said she was supposed to comfort him. Well, she did more. Because, baby, when was comfort ever busted nuts? That was more than comfort. Honey, you comfort somebody by patting them on the back and saying, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Latruth. It's going to be, and you might even rub the back. It's going to be okay, Latruth. It's going to be okay. But, baby, she opened them pants, okay, and dropped them drawers. Now, I'm just saying, that's what you call comfort coochie. So anyway, she's a liar. Then she says, no, they can't. I'm gone. After the text message Robert sent me tonight, I'm convinced that chick is working roots or love spells on him. Didn't even sound like him. He's on his motherfucking own. Basically sent a threat ID or a threat of karma to my sons. Ooh, girl, why don't she drop them receipts? See, she bullshitting. Why didn't she drop those receipts? Because she said he's on his motherfucking own, basically sent a threat of karma to my sons. Lord, the truth, why you texting her? Oh, baby. Anyway, so this one says, but I'm still going to ask him because I want to know. I don't like you feeling like you were being used. Damn, this is an invested person. And then it says, I'm something to make the something put you, but I'm going to ask it in my way. So I don't know what that says behind that. Anyway, she says, oh my God, I forgive him, girl. I just had the most amazing breakthrough, not a breakdown. God just revealed to me it was a part of his divine plan. I already told Robert, hallelujah. All right, now this must have been when she threw up and her head spent on her shoulder, okay? I don't know if this was the one where she said that she got delivered. Now, I don't know if this was the deliverance or is there another deliverance, but she says she just had an amazing breakthrough, not breakdown. She forgives him, okay? And God revealed to her, this is all part of the plan. Now, I don't know if she's talking about, we got to read further. I don't know if she's talking about this is all part of the plan, that he's with another woman or whatever, or was this all part of the plan that they're not supposed to be together? I don't know. But she says, I already told Robert, hallelujah. Okay. Now, this is after he threatened her damn sons with karma. Okay. Now, let's continue. And if I'm not mistaken, this is after April of 2025. Hold on one second. Let me see the date. Well, this one don't really have a date. Okay, so she says, I've been delivered. Delivered. Okay, God revealed to her that this was a part of his plan. Divine plan. So then there's another text that says, what you need, call me. I need to ask you something. I wanted to tell you, I forgive you. God just revealed to me this was a part of his divine plan. It had to happen. Do you hear me? He had a purpose and a plan for me all along. Be blessed. Okay. So this is what, so Robert responded to her, what you need, like what you need, what you calling me for, right? And she says, call me. I need to ask you something. So anyway, and that looked like it was at 5:14. So let me say this. Let me say something, y'all. Because times matter. Times absolutely matter. And y'all know how petty we can act when somebody does not respond to us right away, right? So at 5:14, Robert said, what you need? It looked like she responded right away with, call me. I need to ask you something. And it looked like he ignored her ass. And then at 6:52, because it's been over an hour and over an hour and a half, and he ain't called her ass yet. So she mad. That's what we do. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know when we text and we don't get a response, then we gonna follow up with something like, fuck you, nigga. And this is what this was. Fuck you, nigga. You don't have to respond. That's why she said, be blessed. Because this is, you don't have to call me. You don't have to respond message right here. I wanted to tell you, I forgive you. God just revealed to me this was a part of his divine plan. It had to happen. Do you hear me? He had a purpose and plan for me all along. Be blessed. This is a way of saying goodbye to him. All because at 5:14, he said, what you need? She responded, call me. I need to ask you something. And he like, hell no, I ain't calling your ass. And then she, right here, she cried. That was her breakthrough. And ain't nothing wrong with having a cry breakthrough because, you know, girl, them cries used to be good back in the day. I remember when I used to have my little breakthroughs, if that's what we calling it. I call it just my cry sessions. And baby, I felt so relieved afterwards. Have y'all ever just did a whole good old cry? That's what I used to call it. I told my daughter, baby, you got to have you a good cry sometimes. Get it all out, baby. Cry. Just cry. Get on your knees and just cry it out. And cry. And then when you get up, you be like, ooh, oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, that feels so much better. I used to have that a lot in my 30s. I was so goddamn emotional, you know? But nevertheless, he didn't call her. And she sent this is a goodbye text. Be blessed is a goodbye text. All right. So he put that in there when she put, you know, I already told him, and this right here. So nevertheless, this person says, I get it. I'm glad because you deserve the best. So this person is trying to let her down easy by saying, I get it. I'm glad because you deserve the best. She's still being nice, blowing kisses and shit or whatever, clapping for her. So then another text says, I hope what you were chasing brings you clarity. So now if this was after the be blessed text, then Miss Vivacaaaaa is what do you call that? Predictable. She's predictable, right? What do I mean by that? You know, it kills me when these people say goodbye and then they follow it back up with, I hope what you were chasing bring you clarity because they ain't done. The be blessed was never, I'm done. The be blessed is, I really want you to respond, okay? And when he don't respond, how do you follow it up? I hope what you're chasing brings you clarity because what you had was already standing in spiritual alignment with your healing. I get it now. Baby, this sounds like somebody basically saying, you up here. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Vet. Thank you, Vet. Vet just pointed out that she wrote this shit at 2:58 in the a.m. Baby, that is booty call hours. She was in her feelings at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, Vivacaaaaa. See, that's why Vivacaaaaa took off the times because she didn't want us to know that she was sending him a text at 3 a.m. basically saying what you already had standing right here in front of you was enough because that's what she's saying. She's saying you already had what you needed. God done already told me I was what you needed. At 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all. What's she going to do? Submit in evidence that the time was off? Okay. Because at 3 a.m., 2:58, that's 3 o'clock. She literally, I hope what you're chasing brings you clarity. So basically, she's saying you shouldn't be chasing nobody. You have everything you need right here. Now, let me just tell you something. This has to hurt her feelings even when she sent this and it said delivered. Okay? Because basically she's saying you didn't want me. I was right here for you and you didn't want me. You went for something else. But then she says, I get it now. The ending of these texts are so juvenile. I get it. I get it now. And it's manipulative too, because it's created for him to say, get what? What you get? No, give me your understanding of what's going on. What do you get? Tell me what you get. I get it now. It just leaves the door open for a response. The same with the be blessed. Don't think saying be blessed is not leaving the door open. Well, let me say it like this. Be blessed and blocked is not leaving the door open. Be blessed and unblocked is leaving the door open. Because if you're going to tell somebody be blessed and you block them, that means you done. Okay? But if you being blessed and you not blocking them, and then you turn around and you text them again, now mind you, if this is the same day, 5 o'clock in the morning, not 5 o'clock in the morning, but 5:14 p.m., he said, what you need? She stated, call me. I need to ask you something. I need to ask you something. He didn't respond. She did this message. I forgive you. Be blessed. It looks like he still didn't respond. And then at 2:58 in the morning, I hope what you were chasing brings you clarity, because what you had was already standing in spiritual alignment with your healing. I get it now. So basically, she's trying to tell him, you trying to heal, and I was there for you. I was going to help heal you. God sent me to help heal you. She didn't put herself in a position that she put herself in, but she want him to think that God put herself there. I was already standing in spiritual alignment with your healing. With your healing. Okay? Nevertheless, let's continue. I get it now. So let me see. Ask him, but you doubt he responding that he didn't answer me either. I just called and asked him what. I don't know what I mean. What something. Anyway. So I wish I knew what this says, because she said, ask him, but you doubt he respond that he didn't answer me either. I just called and asked him what something. She said, it's all good though. God sits high and he looks low. And this person's still trying to be encouraging. That's right. I guarantee in a month, I'll never see her again. Oh, my Lord. Now, anyway, she says, it's just fucked up. This is Vivica. It's just fucked up. I would have preferred a nigga just say, what is it? Or what it is. Okay. I would have preferred a nigga just say what it is. All of that friend shit, this and that, and single shit. I'm assuming that's what she meant, but she said single shut. Okay. We allowed to misspell some words here and there. But anyway, it's just fucked up. I would have preferred a nigga just say what it is. All of that friend shit, this and that, and single shit. Okay. So this person said, I feel you. His loss. Okay, sis. Pull up your big ass drawers. Well, really little, because you know her booty ain't that big. Pull up your little ass drawers and keep it moving. His loss. When someone says his loss, they basically telling you, girl, you ain't lost shit, but he did. You ain't lost nothing. And why wouldn't it be his loss, right? Because he already with another woman. He already with another woman. So she should have considered herself gone anyway. But she don't. See, she's not hearing. And see, this person right here, they didn't put enough information. They were trying to spare her. They need a friend like my friend Deborah. Okay? Because my friend Deborah would have said, Amor, get your feelings out your ass. This man ain't called you back. Okay? She would have said his loss, but she would have said his loss, you need to keep it stepping. Just stop bending over for this nigga. Okay? But she just said, I feel you, his loss. And then she said, this is some wild shit. Remember, I said I felt him. I felt he. I think she meant I felt he. Remember, I said I felt he was going to try to pull the rug from under me. And that's why I was moving the way. And that's why I was moving the way you was. My intuition had already told me, and that's why I walked away. That's what narcissists do. You have to discard them before they do you. Girl, listen. So basically, let me read it the way it was supposed to be written. Remember, I said I felt that he was moving. Remember, I said I felt he was gonna try to pull away or pull the rug from underneath my feet, underneath me. And that's why I was moving the way I was. My intuition had already told me, and that's why I walked away. That's what narcissists do. You have to discard them before they discard you. So she started feeling the disconnection between her and Robert. Okay. She started feeling the disconnection, and instead of her just accepting the reality that I told her on my platform that he was just not that into her, right? That he was not that into her. She took it as you got to discard a narcissist before they discard you. So the only reason why she walked off or walked away from him in February, because she felt like he was going to walk away from her. She was already feeling it. Okay. But it was supposed to stop there. All these, why he won't talk to me and calling me on the phone at 3 a.m. in the morning and shit, that was supposed to never happen. Because let me tell you what she did. She walked away. Well, I ain't even gonna say she walked away. She made the post or the comment or the message to him saying that she was walking away, but she really never walked away. And what did I say the other day? I said, we can come out here, or in general, say anything out of our mouths, anything in a text message. But we have to follow with behavior. And if your behavior don't follow your words, then it means not shit. So again, she told him in a text message that she was done. But her behavior, which is her actions, said something different. She wasn't done. She sent that to him for a reaction. She wanted, oh no, I don't want to lose you. I mean, what do I need to do? Do we need to go ahead and seal the deal? She wanted a reaction from him, and he gave her one, but it wasn't what she wanted. He basically said, I understand that you need to leave and go be happy and find you somebody great. But I told you from the beginning, I didn't want to marry you, and I wasn't looking for a committed relationship. You gave me the coochie anyway. It was good while it lasted, but yeah, I understand that you got to dip out, but we can still be friends. We don't have to, have sex no more because I got somebody younger, don't have no gray hairs in their coochie whatsoever, and I'm cool with that, okay? So we don't have to have sex no more, but if you want to take me to another steak restaurant, I would definitely be your date, okay? But other than that, I understand that you're going to give that comfort coochie to someone else, and I'm perfectly fine with it, okay? She didn't like his response, okay? She was looking for, I don't want to lose you. You've been there for me. You mean so much to me. You was in the trenches with me. You helped me out. You helped heal me. So I don't want to lose you. And that's not what he gave her, okay? So again, she in her own words, she only let him go because she already felt that she was losing him. She felt discarded, okay? Her words, not mine. So this one's saying something, you were right, definitely wasn't wrong. Okay, that's what it says. Then she said something about they did that last night. He does videos and keep posting later and keep them to post later. Just like the bar last night, something, bucket shop girl. Something ended like that. Probably something, the girl was something, nothing, literally. So basically, she was trying to spare her feelings. That's what she was trying to do. In this message right here, this person was trying to spare her feelings by lying to her. By telling her that the video that he posted with the young lady didn't mean shit. Because that's basically what she's saying. Okay? He does videos with girls all the time. It doesn't mean shit. He just do the videos and then he posts them up later. But Vivacaaaaa came back and said, No, he kissed her. And they had a very intimate embrace. Look at the end of that video. She wasn't buying it. Okay? She wasn't buying that there was nothing literally there. Okay? Now, this is a mirror that she is referring to. And he says, no. Oh, she said, Vivica said, no. He kissed her. And they had a very intimate embrace. Look at the end of the video. Okay? Now, we know Amira came after the breakup in February. So what did I tell y'all? Her actions did not leave. It was just her words. Watch actions. People words will fail you, but their actions will show you their true intents. She never intended for them to end relationships in February. Hence why she is worrying about him embracing someone intimately several months later. Okay, let's continue. So let's see how this person responded. All right. Now this person, oh my God, this is definitely not my girl, Deborah, because my girl, Deborah, would never. My girl, Deborah, would never. Okay. This is what you call downplaying a situation. She said that was a pet, not passionate. He doing shit for the internet and for you to see. Now, I would not want this person to be my friend if they can't keep it a buck with me. And this person is definitely not keeping it a buck with her. I don't know if it's just the type of friends that, you know, I have or I acquired. But baby, my friends keep it real with me. I don't need nobody gaslighting my ass, baby. Deborah would have never. You hear me? That was a pet. My girl would have said, he did kiss her more. Did you see that shit? That shit was passionate as a motherfucker. He foul as fuck, girl. Girl, leave this nigga alone. You don't need him. The fuck? He up there kissing and grabbing on somebody's ass. Girl, throw deuces at that nigga and keep it moving, right? Because that's what my girl would have said. But she also would have said, girl, why are you still watching him? Didn't you break up with his ass in February? Why are you still watching him? Okay? That's what my girl Deborah would have said. This person, they were definitely not her friend. They were his friend, but not hers. That was a pet, not passionate. He doing shit for the internet and for you to see. I don't want no nigga doing shit for the internet and for me to see, playing with my motherfucking feelings. Don't play with my feelings like that. You understand what I'm saying? Don't play with my feelings like that. Okay? Trying to get back at me because of the internet. So then she says, I called him, then he didn't answer and sent me this. I really want to ask him, was that his intentions all along to use me? See what I tell you. So she called him and he didn't answer. And then he sent that to her. What you need? Baby, let me tell you something. This hurts. When you call somebody, they don't answer you, but they respond, what you need. They basically asking, why you calling me for? Why you calling me for? Okay? And she says, I called him and he did not answer and sent me this. I really want to ask him, was that his intentions all along to use me? What difference does it make? If y'all ain't together no more, if that was his intent or not, that's why I tell you, sometimes you got to cut your losses. Sometimes closure will hurt your damn feelings. Sometimes you don't need closure. You hear me? Sometimes closure will hurt your damn feelings. Now, asking someone, was it really your intentions all along to use me? Now, if he turned around and said, yeah, what's she going to do? Shit bricks. Be mad as hell. Okay? At 53 years old, she asking the man, I really want to know, was that your intentions all along to use me? But he did not answer the phone when she called him. And he said, what you need? Now, I'm going to tell you something. That would have hurt my feelings. That would have definitely hurt my feelings if I called, he didn't answer, and then he sent me a text saying, what you need? Okay? I would have said, you know what? I don't need anything. I'm good over here. Thank you. Right? But I would have meant it. But first of all, I wouldn't have called him after I told him back in February that it wasn't good for us. We was walking, I was walking away from your ass, right? I would have blocked him. But nevertheless, when he said, what you need, she responded with, call me. I need to ask you something. And that's what she was going to ask him. Robert, was it your intentions just to use me? All the coochie that I gave you, all the resources that I provide you. I sent you to the finest restaurants in Atlanta. Almost broke my fucking neck off the curb because you wasn't gentleman enough to walk me down the correct way. You had me crossing over alleyways and pathways and shit. And you knew I had on heels. Why the hell would you walk off the side of the curb? That was so embarrassing. And then I had to play that shit off. And you said that I was an athlete. You didn't even try to grab my hand or anything. I could have broke my fucking neck. Okay? You used me. You embarrassed me. I gave you my resources. I came to court for you. I got on a stand for you. I testified in your behalf. You used me. Okay? So she wanted to call him and ask him that. Now, let me just say this. She said, more play the video. I would have to go get the video, and I want to continue. We'll just have to play that another time because I don't have it on hand. If somebody has it on hand and can send it to me, I'll play it. But if you don't have it on hand, I don't want to have to go looking for it. But listen. So he said, what you need? She said, call me. I need to ask you something. And when he didn't call her, that's when she said, it was God's divine. I just wanted to let you know, I forgive you. I wanted to tell you, I forgive you. God just revealed to me this was part of the divine plan. Now, let me ask you something. Has being used ever been part of a divine plan? Would y'all consider that being a part of the divine plan? It had to happen. Do you hear me? He had a purpose and a plan for me all along. Be blessed. Do you think God will set it up for her to be used as a part of a divine plan? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, I talk to God all the time, and I would just say, God, Father in heaven, please don't send nobody in my life to use me as a part of the divine plan. Please and thank you. I don't need that type of divinity or divinity in my life. Don't send nobody. Well, actually, damn, shit, somebody did come. But do you know that God don't always send people in your life? We always want to blame things on God. That man was married. Lucifer sent him in her life. That was Lucifer. God didn't have nothing to do with that. He was married. He had just broken up with his wife. They was still meeting up at hotels, butt booty naked with trench coats on and shit, and still coming on live with the United Front, okay? Listen, they were still bumping and grinding behind the scenes after the October 14th incident. The finger broke did not stop them from bumping and grinding, hugging and kissing and shit, and coming out to the internet and showing us eating Jamaican food and all of that. That happened afterwards, right? So for her to say it was a part of God's plan, I think somebody very spiritual needs to let her know that this was not God's plan for her to hook up, link up, and provide comfort coochie to a married man. God didn't have nothing to do with this. We got to stop blaming shit on God. Okay? That's why she ain't healed yet. Because she put the onus in the wrong place. She needs to stand in front of the fucking mirror and put the onus on her. God didn't have nothing to do with this. Okay? She put it in the wrong place. We got to stop blaming God for our own fucked up ways and decisions. We got to stop doing that. I'm going to need y'all to stop blaming God for shit that you are responsible for. All right? All right. So I called him. He didn't answer and sent me this. I really wanted to ask him Was that his intentions all along with me? So anyway, so, okay, this was up there earlier. It said, ask him, but you doubt he responded to that. But I asked him, but you doubt he responded. I think she mean, but I doubt he will respond to that. He didn't answer for me either. I just called twice and asked him what he doing. Okay. So basically she's saying, ask him, but I doubt if he responds to that. Okay. Nevertheless, she said, she said something about why you can't say that. I haven't talked to him yet. Trying to give her time to leave. I'm in the pool. He usually called and asked what we doing, LOL. So I think it looks like she said, are they dating? Or something, they are dating. I don't know. But anyway, she said, why you say that? I haven't talked to him yet. Trying to give her time to leave. I'm in the pool. He usually call and ask what we doing, LOL. That's what she said. He just did an interview with her and they kissed at the end. He even had his hands on her ass. And now, why is this important? Let me tell you why. This is important because this is the girl that she is taking to court and telling the judge that she is making some type of hand gestures. I don't know, it might be that one right there. But making some type of hand gestures that's causing her fear, that's intimidating to her. Okay? Now, this is the woman that she's taking to court. And she sent a picture of her in this text. So anyway, I know the judge is going to have fun with that one. Oh, the judge is going to have fun with these receipts. And then, oh my goodness. So the friend responded back, she don't have no ass. Okay, so let me explain something here. Let me explain something. So before the BBLs, okay, before people were able to go down, lay on the table, get a whole bunch of holes punched in their ass and fat inserted in the holes in their ass, we worked with whatever God gave us. If it was a SpongeBob, SquarePants, flat pancake, whatever the case may be, we worked with it. And it never stopped us from getting boyfriends. It never stopped us from getting married. And it never stopped us from having sex with anybody. Okay? But all of a sudden, the BBLs started happening, became popular. And everybody wanted a big, juicy, plumped up ass. Okay? Now, anybody without a BBL got a flat ass. Let's just really talk about it. Anybody that don't have a Duke sitting up on their back, looking like a whole gorilla's booty, right? Anybody that don't have a BBL got a flat ass. Now, what they don't understand is men don't give a shit about that. It might make them look, but at the end of the day, if they want you, they want you. With flat asses or not. Let's just be honest. There is a whole ethnicity group, and I don't want to out them because I don't want to offend any of my Asian sisters. But anyway, they all have the same ass. That does not stop them from getting married and having a multitude of children. If you ever been to any country in Asia, you will know that BBLs is not that thing. Okay? That's an Atlanta thing, not the country of Asia. All right? Continent. I'm sorry, it's a continent. Nevertheless, let's continue. Let's fucking continue because this girl said she don't have no ass. Well, he's still with her. So apparently, not having an ass did not stop him from leaving somebody with a mechanical ass for somebody with no ass. Okay? I'm just being honest. Let's go there. It did not stop him from leaving someone with a mechanical ass that was inserted with different fats from her body. It did not stop him from leaving that to the no ass at all girl, okay? Sometimes a man literally loves the conversations that you give him. He loves your goofy and silly personality. Sometimes a man loves the realness in you. It's not the booty, okay, that they're tripping over. It's not the booty. And that's where we went wrong. That's what we thought. Wigs and booty will keep the man. Well, ask Miss Vivacaaaaa. Ask Miss Vivacaaaaa, because she got the wigs and the booty, and he didn't want neither one of them, okay? Nevertheless, so she said she don't have no ass. She laughed 4 times, and guess what? It didn't help Miss Vivacaaaaa. Miss Vivacaaaaa said, this nigga used me. I called him and gonna text me back what you need. I said, call me. I have something to ask you. Now, I don't know what she said. Maybe we'll see it down here. She said, he did tell me that none of them are me. Now, wait a minute. What did this say? She said, sometimes on the videos and keep them. Okay. She said, he did tell me that none of them are me. So now, if I gotta put my interpretation on this one, he did tell me that none of them are me. Then that right there tells me that he was admitting to her that he's messing around with other women, but baby, ain't none of them you. Ain't none of them you. Now, if she listened to him tell her that, then she's a damn fool already, okay? She accepted that he was messing with other women. Hence why she said, he did tell me that none of them are me. Girl. And obviously, he didn't want her, because if he said none of them are you, then that means he didn't want her. He wanted her. He didn't want a Valencia, because if he wanted a Valencia, then he would have got with a Valencia telling her none of them are me. He did tell me that none of them are me. See, she took that as, yeah, I fuck around with them, but they ain't you. They ain't you, okay? They're not you. You everything. They just a piece of booty, but you the booty and the money and the steak dinners and shit. They take me to eat fish sticks, and you take me to eat steak and lobster tails, okay? Nevertheless, then this person says, I'm assuming this is this person. I don't know who it is. Or maybe she just quoted something. When you love someone with unconditional love, it's harder to move forward than it is being friends, or anything, okay? So it looks like somebody told her that, and she responded and said, you're right, okay? Now, again, this looked like something that was inserted, but it says, when you love someone with unconditional love, it's harder to move forward than it is being friends or anything. Well, let me just tell you something about that. If you love someone unconditionally and they still fuck you around and basically tell you they don't want to be with you or whatever, your worth kick in. You realize your worth and you say, I love myself more. So the harder to move on forward, well, that's with the person that does not realize their worth. Because if you realize your worth, you would say, I got it. I understand. No hard feelings. You will still grieve, but you agree without them. And you'll still be able to move forward. You will definitely move forward. Okay. So this person said, period. Now get your beauty rest, because you can't be as beautiful as you are if you're up worried. Let me see the time. Okay. Don't have the time. So I wonder what she texting him. Texting this person at 3 a.m. too. Nevertheless, she says, I took a late nap and messed my sleep up. Hopefully in the next hour. Good night. So she's up in the middle of the damn night. Okay. Texting somebody about a nigga. About a nigga that she said used her. This nigga used me. He used me. Well, Vivacaaaaa, we could have told you that. You didn't even have to bother nobody in the wee hours of the morning. You could have just tapped into one of my lives and you could have learned everything you needed to know. We told you that, girl. Like, what part of that did you not understand? Did you think we were playing? We saw it, girl. We synced it. We synced it. We just don't understand how you didn't see it. That's why you got to open your eyes, all right? Anyway, so she said she took a late nap and messed up her sleep. Hopefully in the next hour, good night. Then this person said, me too. I took a long nap. LOL, good night. So, and that's what she said. I guess they are dating. That's what she said up here, and we didn't know what it was. I guess they are dating, and this person said, why you say that or whatever, somewhere up in here. But anyway, that's what it was. I guess they are dating. Cha. After I done said the nigga using me, you think I'm still going to be responding? But anyway, I guess they are dating. And then let's just go. Then she said, I did tell him after I healed and him that we could circle back. It was just too fresh at the moment. Oh my God. So again, what did I tell y'all? In February, when she called herself breaking up with him, she wasn't really breaking up with him. She talked about some after I heal and him, I don't know what that means, healed and him, that we could circle back. She was looking to circle back. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't go back. I don't turn around and hit reverse back into no relationship. Who do y'all do that shit? Yes or no in the comments. Be honest though. Do y'all circle back? I ain't circling back. The hell? Because you're going to get the same shit that you got the first time, but it's going to be a double whammy the second time. Now, have I ever in my life? Yes, I have. Would I at 53 years old? Hell no. And she in her 50s. And this shit happened last year. Circling back in my 50s? No, I circled back in my 30s because I was still stuck on stupid. But circling back in my 50s, girl, with all the D's swinging around here. She needs to leave Atlanta. That's the problem right there. There ain't enough D's swinging in Atlanta. Girl, come to Houston. Stop playing. Come to Houston, okay? See, that's the problem. She didn't know how to move on and get with somebody else. She's circling back to the same man that's circling around her with all these younger, prettier women, okay? Youthful, fresh-looking women, all right? Now, she says, I did tell him after I healed and him that we could circle back. It was just too fresh at the moment. This person said, I agree. Now, child, See, you know what? Me and Vivacaaaaa were not friends. And we ain't now. But she needs somebody like me in her friend circle. Now, I ain't saying it's going to be me because I ain't looking for no new motherfucking friends. You hear me? Now, none. However, she need a friend like me because I swear for God, my response to her wouldn't be no, I agree. Circle back. Fuck you mean, girl? Circle back. Girl, you better run and keep it moving. Girl, you better press the gas. You hear me? All gas. She said, is that Mika? I don't know if it is Mika. She said, yeah, it is because her boyfriend name is Trey. Okay, then that is Mika. Yeah, you know what? Because they did reference Trey up there. And her boyfriend is Trey. Damn, I forgot. Yeah, so this is Mika. This is Mika. Now, Mika was telling her all kinds of wrong. Trying to spare her feelings. But that just means that she wasn't really her friend. Because if this was really her friend, okay, then if that was really her friend, she wouldn't have never said, no, I agree. She said, you can't even tell Brianna about Johnny Boy, so you lying. See, let me tell you something, Rona Carter. You don't know what the hell I done told Brianna. So now you lying, because I know what the fuck that I done told Brianna about motherfucking Johnny Boy. So you lying, okay? Now don't talk what you don't know over here now, sister girl. Just sit down and listen and shut your mouth up. because you have no idea what the fuck you talking about. Okay? For real. Anyway, let's continue. Because this lying lady came over here lying. Don't know what the fuck she talking about. She don't know what the fuck I done told her about motherfucking Johnny fucking boy. Fuck you mean? Okay. Nevertheless, let's continue. No interruptions. Stay in class. So she says, so I don't know. I did tell him after I healed and we'll circle back, blah, blah, blah. She said, I agree. She says, so I don't know. Okay. So Mika says, I understand your feelings are valid. He may be done too. That's what she said. He may be done too. Maybe, but we don't know until we ask. True. Man, let me tell you something. Would you ask a man, is he done? Would you ask a man, is he done? Especially after you'd already said you felt him disconnecting from you. So you discarded him before he discarded you, right? Would you after that ask him, is he done? Man, if you don't get out of here with this. So then she says you didn't get proper closure. That's why I'm saying everybody don't need closure. Sometimes you got to close it, give yourself closure. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes you got to give yourself closure. Look, stand in front of a mirror, okay? Open your mouth and say, I deserve better. I love me. I deserve better and I love me. Let that be your damn closure. You don't always need the why comes, why you did, why you didn't, did you use me? Girl, sometimes you got to cut your losses. She knows she was used. She know it already. So what you want? You want to ask him just so he can say, no, I didn't use you. I didn't use you. Of course he's going to say no. I ain't even asking you. Did you use me? That'll be just like me asking all those content creators or whatever that came over and borrowed my audience or whatever for some support when they asses was kicked to the motherfucking curb. I'd be wrong to call them up and be like, did you use me? Fuck, I don't give a fuck. The connection is over. Baby, now I have to show you better than I can tell you how to move forward. Baby, please. You think I'm going to circle back? Did you use me for my knowledge? Did you use me for my audience to throw you super chats? Girl, no. It's called clip, 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 clip. It's called clip, clip. It's called clank, clank. It's called clank, 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 clank. You got to just clank down on that shit. That's it. That's all. Everybody don't need no motherfucking closure. Your closure is you shouldn't have never been hooked up with that motherfucker in the first place. Okay? My closure is that's what you get trying to team up with people, trying to make other people mad. So you cause that shit on yourself, and that's what the fuck you got. Okay? That's closure. Sometimes we gotta talk to ourselves. Sometimes we gotta come to the realization with ourselves. Why are we gonna lie to us? Why would you lie to you? Huh? Why would you look in the mirror and lie to you? We be knowing when we don't never supposed to be with a nigga or be with someone. We know that, but we do it anyway. We lower our standards, and that's what she did. She lowered her standards, and she got with a broken, damaged man. But let me tell you this. Why was he broken? Let's go there for a second. We heard Vivacaaaaa out her own mouth say, when he came to me, it was like he had PTSD. Now, what I don't understand about Vivacaaaaa, why wasn't she smart enough with her psychology non-having ass degree? Okay, the 4 years that I put myself through college and paid my own way through college. Why wasn't she smart enough to know that a man fresh breaking up with his wife of 6 years with kids, why wasn't she smart enough to know that he was hurting over the breakup of his relationship? It wasn't no PTSD. He wanted his wife. He wanted his wife. But nevertheless, she was supposed to move over bacon, right? and allow that shit to happen however it was going to happen. But she didn't. She stood in the way and stayed in the fucking trenches with him. And, you know, I'm not going to blame her for what he did. But nevertheless, I ain't going to blame her, child. Just let's continue because one side of me want to say, let me just continue. Let me continue. Okay, so anyway, she said, you didn't get proper closure. This young lady does not know that sometimes you can give yourself closure by standing yourself in the mirror and just being honest with you. You don't need to know the whys all the time. You don't need to know why people come out here and lie on you. You don't need to know why people will double down on their lies. They do it because it makes them feel good. Sometimes we can't worry about that. You can't worry over spilled milk. You cannot worry about that. You got to keep it moving. Okay? But I guess it takes a little wisdom and a little age for people to know that. So she talking about you didn't get closer. She want Vivacaaaaa to go ask this man, why are you doing me like this? Man, that's the worst way to get your heart broken even more. Anyway, she says, she said something about yes, and he have a bruised ego. Okay, yeah, whatever. And then she says, the same here. He humiliated me, and I told him that. Always yelling, I'm single. Well, would you rather be a friend than nothing? He gonna say he's single because he is. That helps protect his image and the way he's moving. He had talked, wait a minute. She said, would you rather be a friend than nothing? So she basically saying, oh my Jesus. So she's basically saying, wouldn't you rather have a part of him or nothing at all? Baby, when I tell you, I can't with Mika. Mika was not a friend to Vivacaaaaa. Because she said, would you rather be a friend than nothing? Baby, I'm telling y'all. She set this lady up for failure. She really did. But this lady is older than her, and she knew better. Okay? She knew better. Would you rather be a friend than nothing? Girl. Damn, that shit's crazy. Anyway, we had talked about circling for a friendship. We had talked about circling for a friendship big. We've been that for 2 years. So she admitted right here that they've been friends. Hold on. We had talked about circling for a friendship. We've been there for 2 years. I don't know what the word big is supposed to mean. Friendship big. Circling for a friendship big. Okay, I don't know what that means. But anyway, she said we've been there for 2 years. So right here, she's admitting that they were nothing but friends. Girl, I'm telling you, these receipts telling on their goddamn self. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to figure out when she says we've been friends for 2 years. I'm trying to figure out, was this before the divorce, or is she talking about during their little situationship? So anyway, I'm gonna leave that to y'all interpretation. But let's go. We had talked about circling for a friendship big. We've been that for 2 years. So I'm gonna assume she's talking about the little situationship that they was in, okay? That's what I'm going to assume. She says, he don't want to be looked at as a bad man. She says, and I preserved his image. How long was that? He said, how long was that? He said, how long was that he said it? I didn't want marriage. We could be together. I wonder if he still feels that way. How long was that he said it? Oh, no. How long was that he said, if I didn't want marriage, we could be... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Vivacaaaaa. This is what you call a woman settling right here, okay? Because she said, how long was that he said, if I didn't want marriage, we could be together. So it looks like Latruth told her, if you don't want a marriage, then we'll be together. We could be together if you don't want a marriage. So she's saying, how long was that he said, if I didn't want marriage, we could be together. So right here, she's considering it. She says, I wonder if he still feels that way. So right now, she's basically saying she will accept them being together if she takes marriage off the table. So if she totally snatched something that she wants or wanted off the table, then they could still be together. Man, I wonder if he still feels that way. Lord, and then Mika says, I'm gonna find out. And she says, okay. Can you imagine another woman going to your man and saying, if Vivacaaaaa take off marriage, if she takes it completely off the table, is it a chance that you guys can still be together? What? She is a grown ass woman. I wish I would allow a fake cousin, and this is no disrespect to Mika, but you ain't his cousin. We already know that. Stop playing. But a fake cousin to go talk to my man that I'm spreading my coochie all the way open to. Now, I don't operate like that. I don't operate like that. Nevertheless, so then Mika says, because I'm going to ask, do he like this girl? Then tell him how I feel. That's why I want to do it face to face. I talk to him every other day, just about. She says, if you set it up, I'll talk face to face. Does it seem to you he likes her? Well, if he kissing on her and grabbing her ass, I mean, Vivacaaaaa, do the math. I like 1 + 1 is 2. I mean, duh. Duh. What the hell do you mean? She lived with him. Girl. Anyway, does it seem like he like her? Girl, I guess if you do become roommates or whatever and you sleeping in the same bed night after night after night, I guess you can start to like some damn body, right? Nevertheless, Mika says, I don't think he does because she's not the only one I see, but I'll see. Player from the Himalaya, okay? Player from the Himalaya. This is Mika saying that Amira was not the only one, okay? She wasn't the only one. So why would you even want... Why would you even want to, even after she just said that, right? But hold on, y'all. Hold on. This where we at. This where we at right here, y'all. Hold on. Give me a sec, y'all. Here we go. This water, y'all. Wait. Player. He was a player from the Himalaya. Okay. That's what he was. That is what Robert is, a player from the Himalaya. Okay. Because Mika said, I don't think he likes her because she's not the only one. Now, Vivacaaaaa was supposed to run for the border. She was supposed to run, Forrest, run. She was supposed to run. Mika literally just said, I don't think he likes her because she's not the only one. Baby. Let's see how she responds. But you know, if we were together, it would have to be exclusive. So then she comes back and say it would have to be exclusive. All of a sudden, after 2.5 years of having sex with a man that was having sex with another woman and another woman and another woman and another woman and another woman, allegedly, after 2.5 years of mixing fluids, she now wants to be exclusive. She does not want him mixing fluids with no other woman after 2.5 years, okay? She finally said, I want the D all by myself, okay? Yeah. So then he showed, well, hold on. Okay. So he showed block. So let's go back up and see, did he block her or did she block him? Let's go back up. Okay. So he said she reached out to all his friends. That's what I was reading. She was reaching out to the friends. So, okay, I read that. So the petition submitted screenshots of text messages without visible timestamps. While the context of some of those messages is not disputed, the absence of dates materially alters their meaning. When reviewed with full timestamps, these messages are from February 2025, nearly 1 year prior to the filing of this petition. These communications occurred, do not reflect recent contact, escalation, or any contact contemporaneously, or whatever. Whatever. With the request for protection. I submit the complete version solely to provide accuracy, chronology, and context so the court may evaluate relevance and timing. The communication submitted by the petitioner shows emotional disagreement following the end of a friendship, discussion regarding business and boundaries, and my repeat effort to disengage and de-escalate. There is no evidence of harassment, stalking, intimidation, or threats. I respectfully request that the court consider this amendment supplement response in evaluating relevance, credibility, and the absence of legal sufficient grounds for a protective order. Respectfully submitted this 4th day of February. Now, ChatGPT did a good motherfucking job putting this together, but hey, who cares? That's what it's for, right? However, let's continue. So, okay, so he give real context. And we already read this the other day where she said, I've taken some time to think about where we are. And I need to be honest with myself, Robert, and with you. I put a lot into this relationship, a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of coochie. And I've been clear about what I needed. I need marriage. I need your last name. Okay? I need papers. I need papers. Papers. I need papers. Okay, she needs papers. But unfortunately, we're not aligned on those things. And I don't see the future I want here. I don't want to continue being comfort coochie. This isn't easy, but I need to focus on myself and my own well-being. I've reached the point where I need to pretend that I'm stepping away and hope you understand and chase my ass because this is the best decision for me. I wish you nothing but the best, but I want you to respond and call me and tell me not to do this. But instead, what did he do? He said, I appreciate you taking the time to share your feelings with me. And I want to respond with the same honesty and respect that you have given me in your message above. You already know everything I've been through with my past relationships and my brokenness over Brianna and what I'm still working through, my tears. I've been upfront from the beginning about not wanting marriage because I still long for Brianna again or being ready for a committed relationship. You deserve love and commitment. you're looking for. He's basically saying, go and fly with your wings. Let them fly, let them fly. And I hate that it means the end of our friendship. But I also respect your decision because I know how important this is to you. He's talking how important the marriage is to her. Okay? He says, hold on. I know how important it is to you. And right now, my focus is on rebuilding my life. I'm broke. I ride for Lyft. I don't have shit to offer. Getting back to the place where I can even consider giving you or anyone else what they truly deserve. I can't be faithful. I'm still hurt. I'm a grown, hurt adult man. I have 2 daughters I'm still working to provide for. I owe child support. I owe child support. And my priority is stability. I need money. I got to make money to give to them. I have nothing for you. I appreciate you for being there for me. Thank you for the resources and especially the comfort coochie. Just as I have had your back, I gave you visibility. Nobody knew who the fuck you was before me. It's rare to find genuine people. You were straight up. You took me to the nicest, finest restaurants. And that's something I'll always value. I'll remember you. I will never forget. No matter what, I'll always wish you the best over there. Not in my life, but over there. And if you ever need anything, well, not need me or money, but maybe a shout out or two, don't hesitate to reach out. Just text me, don't call because I will not answer the phone. Okay? So then she responded because that's not what she wanted to hear. That is absolutely not what she wanted to hear. She didn't want him saying it's okay and deuces because that's what he said. Okay? She did not want to hear that. So that's why she responded with, it is so disingenuous of you to use ChatGPT to respond to me. This is one of my issues with you. No real emotions. It's sickening. Well, I'm going to tell you something. We always think men don't be having no emotions and this, that, and the other. No, that's not it. They just don't. He didn't have no emotions for you. His emotions were not for you. He didn't give a damn. Why are you going to want him to give a damn and he didn't give a damn? Like, are you serious right now? She wanted this man to care and he didn't care. Damn, what part of I don't care do you not understand? People be wanting reactions that they want and get mad when they don't get the reaction that they want. They get a whole nother reaction, then now they in their feelings. You were supposed to tell me no. You were supposed to tell me that you cannot lose me. You were supposed to tell me that I was your everything. You was not supposed to allow me to walk. That's what she wanted. So she said, this is one of my issues with you. No real emotions. It's sickening. You responded using ChatGPT. And that's when the famous, you a lie. You a lie. I wrote this. ChatGPT would have had spaces. I'm not a dummy. I can write. I can write. Stop playing with me. I can write. So then that's when she went on. Oh, cry me a river, Robert. I know your writing skills, and that ain't it. I know your writing skills, and that ain't it. Okay? I know you be misspelling shit. I know you be using all other words or whatever. I know. Okay? But nevertheless, that's what happened on that one. She said, spare me. But then she says, I didn't expect anything more, honestly. Well, if you didn't expect anything more, then why'd you say this? Why you tell him he's disingenuous and have no feelings? Y'all see this? She said, I didn't expect anything more, honestly. Well, if you didn't expect anything more, then why you want more? So he responded with, enjoy yourself, Valencia. I say all of this same stuff to you over and over. So I guess I can talk in your eyes as well. Wait a minute, enjoy yourself, Valencia. I say all of this same stuff to you over and over, to you over the phone. So I guess I can't talk in your eyes as well. Oh, so he's saying to her, You saying I can't write? Well, can I talk? He said, I guess I can't talk in your eyes as well. So he got offended, y'all. Okay, he got a little offended that she basically told him up top that he can't write. And he got a little offended and said, well, I guess I can't talk in your eyes as well because I tell you this shit all the time over the phone. So can I not talk? Can I not talk? So he got a little offended when she basically called him out on his writing skills. And then she says, well, I finally took your advice today. So let's see what that is. Yeah, that definitely sounds like ChatGPT, generated response, structured, polite, and emotionally distant. It's almost like he's trying to wrap things up neatly without fully addressing the depths of what you've been through together. So she responded to him and did ChatGPT. And she says, well, I finally took your advice today. And she responded with ChatGPT. Okay. So let's finish reading it. The way he framed it, reminding you he was upfront from the start and emphasizing his struggles, feels like a way to absolve himself of responsibility rather than truly acknowledging how his actions have affected you. It's like he's saying, I told you what it was from the beginning, so this is on you for wanting more. Well, what part of that is not true? What part of that is not true? Because it does appear that, I mean, I don't know their beginning, but it sounds like he has told her several times that he only wanted to be friends and he wasn't ready for a marriage. And that sounds like someone coming out of a goddamn relationship, a marriage, right? So if he told her from the beginning, and this is what I say, my grandmother said, we hear what we want to hear, right? He told her from the beginning he wasn't ready to get in a relationship and he wasn't ready for marriage. But guess what she heard? I'ma wait him out. She heard, just give me time. Give me time to work on me and heal my broken heart. And I will be right there for you. That's what she heard. She did not hear, I don't want a committed relationship with you, Vivacaaaaa. I don't want a committed relationship and I don't want marriage right now. She didn't hear that. She heard, just give me time and eventually you're going to woo me over. That's what she heard. Now, that's not on him. That's her. She need to blame her ears. Blame it on her ears because it does appear that he may have told her from the get-go. And let's be honest, it's normal for anyone that's coming out of a marriage to say, they don't want nothing serious right now. Hell, they still distraught. They still distraught. So nevertheless, so she in there talking to ChatGPT and now ChatGPT telling her some shit. So anyway, so then she tells him, and I'm not a liar. The bold print was a dead giveaway. Even ChatGPT acknowledged it. Here's their response to you. Maybe you will understand my stance coming from an app better instead of a response from a human heart with real emotions, distant. So she is claiming that he was distant to her. Okay. So then he said, this is ChatGPT of what I said. This is my final response to this because this is getting weird. Okay, so he tells her, this is ChatGPT of what I said. And this is my final response to this because this is getting weird, okay? I truly appreciate you sharing your feelings with me and I want to respond, okay? Okay, so he posted the same thing. Wait a minute. Okay, no. It's slightly different. This is the ChatGPT version he's saying, okay? I truly appreciate you sharing your feelings with me, and I want to respond with the same honesty and respect. You already know everything I've been through and what I'm still working through. From the start, I've been upfront about not wanting marriage again or being in a committed relationship right now. That hasn't changed. And I hate that it means we have to go our separate ways. But I also respect your decision because I know how much this means to you. And you deserve the love, commitment, and future you're looking for. The truth is, my focus right now is on rebuilding my life, getting to a place where I feel stable enough to even consider giving someone all that they deserve. I have 2 daughters I'm still working to provide for, and that weight weighs on me every day. I can't be the man you need right now, and I would never want to hold you back from the happiness and security you deserve. No matter what, I want you to know that I appreciate you, your kindness, your support, and the genuine friendship we've shared. It's hard to find real people in this world, and I'll always be grateful for the time we had. I'll always wish you the best, and if you ever need anything, I'm still here. So then she says, and let me just say something about his response. Okay, I know it's Chat GPT, right? But the fact that he sent it to her, after she called herself cutting it off, right? He sent it to her after she called herself cutting it off. I mean, damn, what more can you ask for? He was nice to your ass. He really was nice, right? But she said, it's not my fault that after everything, you can't formulate your own thoughts and emotions to me. That's the weird part. Baby, she wanted to argue. She wanted to argue with him because she's mad. She's big mad. She want to argue. She just wants to argue with this man. Because at what point do you say, okay, I get it? At what point do you say, all right, Robert, I get it. I understand. That's not what you wanted. I get it. But no, she want to argue, okay? So then he says, I've spoken my true thoughts. I've spoken my true thoughts daily over the phone and in person. When conversations of marriage and settling down have came up, I've always spoken how I feel when you call me sneaky or speak to me as if you own me. God damn. At this point, you just looking for something to argue about. Didn't I tell you she just wanted to argue? Didn't I tell you she just wanted to argue? Huh? I told you. At this point, you just looking for something to argue about, and I'm not with it. My thoughts and opinions have not changed since the day you met me. I don't need ChatGPT to say I don't want to get married. God damn. I'm hurt for her. I am hurt for her. I hurt for her. I hurt for her. Oh, I hurt for her. So then she says, I returned your call. What's up? And then he says, do you want to discuss how you feel? And she says, it's not going to matter. Now, let me tell y'all, she left all these other text messages out about how I told you from the beginning I didn't want a marriage and all that stuff. She didn't want the courts to see that. She did not want the courts to see that. And Robert left that out initially. And I'm assuming because he was trying to spare her ass. I don't know though, right? So anyway, he says, or she says, I returned your call. What's up? And he said, did you want to discuss how you feel? And then she says, it's not going to matter. I'm drowning in this situation. And the fear of the unknown leaves me feeling unsafe. I tried. I really did. And he says, is that a no? Because if so, I'm going to bed. I'm tired from driving from Lyft all day. And then she says, you can call. And this is in February, you guys. And he says, what you doing? So the what's up wasn't timestamped. But anyway, she said, you can call. This is 12:04 in the a.m. And he said, what you doing? He wanted some booty. Okay, this 2 days before Valentine's Day. He probably haven't locked it in with a mirror quite yet. And he wanted some booty. It is 12:04 booty calling hours of the morning. If a man texts you at 12:04 and say, what you doing? He either wants a booty or he wants to jack one off over the phone, like either some phone sex or he thought that she was going to come over. So anyway, that's 12:04. And then the next day or later on that day, 1:16, Robert, I'm not interested in having the same conversations over and over again unless there's something new to say. If you're ready to have a real discussion, we can talk when I'm ready. All right. Then he responds, I'm still not ready to talk about marriage. So if that's the only thing that you want to talk about, I would never text you or call you again. Damn. He basically said, if that's the only thing on your mind, miss me, delete me, forget me. Okay? I don't want to talk about marriage. And if that's the only thing that you want to talk about, then I would never text you or call you again. He says, I was texting to see if me sharing your post to my story is helping, because if not, I will stop. Hold on. Okay, right here. I was texting to see if me sharing your post to my story is helping, because if it's not, I will stop. Check my story. I share to post to help yourselves. Okay. And then that was in February the 12th. The next message is not until March the 12th, a whole month later. Call those numbers for Miss Dorothea and inquire about an appointment and pricing. So she helping him again, I guess. So she sends him a text message. She sends him a screenshot. She put his I record everything page in there. And it says, asking someone to French kiss you after you just threw up is nasty work. Now, I don't know why she's showing him that, but let's just see. All right. She says, now this is her second phone, because I guess the other one must have been, oh no, all of them say second phone. All right. Okay, let's go. Robert, I truly appreciate that you value our friendship just as well as I do. But given our history, I need to prioritize my own healing and growth right now. I don't think I can manage a friendship at this time. My decision isn't a judgment on you, but a decision I'm making for my own emotional health. Our time together was very meaningful, but I realized that maintaining a close friendship right now isn't something I can handle without feeling conflicted. Okay. And here he go. Take your time, queen, because you really be all over the place with your feelings and emotions. You change your mind more than I change clothes, and I change clothes every day. LOL, love. Love ya. Hit me up when you ready. I only want the best for you, and that's the honest God truth. When you are hurting, I'm hurting, so I understand what you need. I'm always here for you, no matter what. She says, thank you for understanding. You are right. I thought I could do it, but it's so hard. Healing is linear, and it's okay for me to have ups and downs as I move toward a place of peace. I must admit, I fell in love with you, Robert, and rightfully so. Hold on. Let's get to it. I fell in love with you, and rightfully so, based on our experiences. It may be a bit more difficult for me to move on. Robert, damn it, I'm a woman. I'm good when I'm away, But when we reconnect, knowing where we stand, this shit is heavy. And I don't like this heavy ass feeling. I'm hurting. I'm hurting so bad. I'm hurting. And then there's the receipts that he dropped, the extra receipts. Oh, damn, and more dams. But I think we left off down here where he blocked her ass. I don't know. He didn't describe this one. But he blocked her. Miss Season blocked. No. These are just more receipts of somebody else blocked Miss Season. So this might be Mika phone showing that she blocked Miss Season. And then it says, good afternoon, sis. This is the new chick. This won't end well. I see instability all over her. So Miss Season sent the message apparently to Mika saying, good afternoon, sis. This is the new chick. This won't end well. I see instability all over her. Now, Miss Season is judging this woman that's 20 years younger than her and talking about she see instability. Well, apparently, Robert said, hell, I'm in state. I ain't stable. I'm non-stable my damn self. So two non-stable motherfuckers will get together and be stable for each other. We will bring stability in each other's life. Okay. So he said, how can I judge her when my ass is not stable either? Okay. All right. So obviously, Robert didn't want a stable motherfucker. Okay. And how is she stable? Anyway, child. So she wrote this. This won't end well. I see instability all over her. And then she sends a picture of her. And then another. And then Mika responded, good afternoon, beautiful sis. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed Wednesday on purpose. Let me go look right quick. So then she says, oh, wow, remind me of crazy ass Simone. I hope she's not serious on those reels. She looked crazy. And then Miss Season, all happy, that part. No family, no support is perfect for his next choice. She's telling her people she's gone to jail 7 times and now has to be disciplined because she has no family to get her daughter. I don't know anyone who would play about that. Now, she did come out and say that she had been to jail 7 times. I don't know if she said jail or locked up. I think she got arrested 7 times is what she said. Or I think she did say she's been to jail 7 times. But that does not bother Latruth, okay? Latruth is okay with her 7-time jail experience, okay? And having no family. Hell, the girl said she could live in the woods. She don't even need an apartment with no high-ass rent. She said, take me to the woods and give me a canteen cup and I will be just fine, okay? But Miss Season thought that it was okay to text no family, no support is perfect for his next choice. She's telling her people, which means, listen. She is telling Mika that she is watching this girl's live stream. Y'all remember when Amira came out and told a story about being in jail, right? And not having the family. So Miss Season, and you want to know something? If I'm not mistaken, you know what she told that story at? It wasn't even on Facebook. She told that story on Instagram. Remember? That story came from Instagram. So not only, unless she posted it on Facebook too, but I saw it on Instagram. But this says that she's stalking this girl not only on her Facebook platform, but also on Instagram. Again, unless Amira posted on Facebook, but I didn't see it on Facebook. I saw it on Instagram. Nevertheless, here go Mika. Well, hold on. Let's go back to this. She's telling her people she's gone to jail 7 times and now has to discipline because she has no family to get her daughter. I don't know anyone who would play about that. Then Mika says, right, sis, I hope you're not serious. I hope they're not serious and it's just for social media. I see her as another Simone for real, sis. Lord, why does bro attract the craziest chicks? You the only one that had sense. See, she blew her head up. See, I'm going to tell you something. They thought Miss Season had sense because, you know, she got those pretty wigs. I guess if you want to call them pretty, they curly. I don't know if y'all call curly wigs pretty or not, but she had the pretty wig. She had the filters that made her skin look all fresh and so, you know, good or whatever. And she wore a little red lipstick and she's not an unattractive woman. So they took pretty, nice body with the BBL mechanical booty, slim in the waist, cute in the face, right? They took that as having sense. She said, I'm more not reading chats, LOL. Wait a minute. She said, I'm more of those texts are Dawn, not Vivica. Dawn and Vivica. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. So I was lying on, oh. Oh. You know, they throw that cis shit around so damn much, right? Cis, 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 cis. So I thought she was just saying cis as in for, you know, the internet cis thing, right? But this is Dawn. So Dawn have the nerve to try to put mirror down. Oh, my Lord. Lord, child. Okay, I get it. I get it. So now she's talking to Dawn. Y'all know that, though. Because she called him bro. All right, so I'm going to take what y'all said. So apparently, y'all said this is Dawn. Okay? All right, so I'm going to take it as Dawn. Let's go. Where I leave off at. Okay, she said, right, sis, I hope they're not serious and it's just for social media. I see her as another Simone for real, sis. Lord, why does bro attract the craziest chicks? You the only one that had sense. Okay, again, I said that some people equate having sense as physical beauty, I guess. They look at her like, oh, you're so pretty. You have sense, right? When her ass seemed to be kind of on the offside all along, okay? So nevertheless, oh, I see a child. I don't something. The only sane, self-aware one. Child, I don't and your brother responded. Oh, yeah, it is. It is her brother. It is Dawn. But I don't know what she said right here. She said, child, I don't something. And the only sane, self-aware one. So she's trying to label herself the only sane, self-aware one. Girl. So anyway, and the brother responded with the call me and blah, blah, blah. Forgive me for what? Oh, wait a minute. So we didn't see the whole response from the brother. It says, I want to tell you, I forgive you. God just revealed to me this was a part of his divine plan. It had to happen. Do you hear me? He had a purpose and a plan for me all along. Be blessed. And then Robert responds, forgive me for what? And then she says, if you have to ask, then you're not ready for the answer. But I'm still choosing grace over grudges. Be blessed. And then, well, damn, but you probably not shocked by the responses, I'm sure. And she says, child, just lost. I'm going to pray for him, though. No, I'm not surprised. When you bruise their ego or leave them first, it causes a narcissistic collapse, which is an ugly sight for them. He'll probably be bitter with me. He'll probably be bitter with me forever because what he thought was going to break me didn't. God said, not my child, and yanked me right up out of there. My assignment is done, and I received my harvest yesterday. And the crazy ass sister talking about some amen, sis. Let me tell you something. If my brother was still alive, and if somebody sent me this about my brother, right? Saying, when you bruise their ego or leave them first, it causes a narcissistic collapse, right? Which is an ugly sight for them. He'll probably be bitter with me forever. I'm going to tell her, I ain't trying to be in y'all business like that, but I don't need you sending me nothing about my brother. But yet, what did she say? Amen, sis. Amen, sis. Drinking the Kool-Aid. Drinking the Kool-Aid. So then Season says, Vivacaaaaa says, good glorious morning, sis. I thought of you this morning. I hope all is well and you have a wonderful, blessed day. Then Dawn says, good morning, sis. My beautiful sis. You have an amazing, blessed Thursday on purpose. Love you and thank you. Y'all fake ass love. Anyway, thank you. Love you more. You're very welcome, sis. Now, let me try to figure out who this is. Shantae Williams says, another Miss Season. She'll catch wind of it soon, just like Season did. All y'all got to do is pay attention. She's content and doesn't even know it. Also, these are comments left up under Amira's post, okay? Apparently. And then it says, this is why the real Miss Season over there having a mental breakdown. And then she says, I'm so sick of Simone behind this Shantae Williams page. This girl is a real life stalker. I'm assuming she's still talking to Dawn. And then it says, you good, sis? And then she says, hey, sis, take a look at this and what it says about why my voice was so deep. Child, it was serving eviction notices for everything unclean in me. So apparently, don't tell me that Miss Season got the deep voice and did some shit like, I loved it, that man, and he used it me. I'm trying to move forward with this shit. I got a deep voice because I'm being delivered. The spirits are coming out of me right now. Free me right now from the wickedness. So apparently, Miss Season got the deep voice on Dawn, the sis Dawn, okay? And she felt compelled to explain it. She chat GPT why her voice went deep. I gotta read it. I hope we put it in here. God damn it. You can't be leaving the good shit out. Damn. Okay, I got to go back and try to see what the damn chat GPT said about her voice. This is why I had a voice. It says the sound of authority. The voice of I don't know that word. So the Holy Spirit declaring enough is enough. Something about dancing your voice to serve or advancing your voice to serve something. And then it said deliverance isn't always something. And it roars. So her voice must have roared. And what you something is voice and hell having to, the voice wasn't just deep, it was different. Because that day something shifted. Baby, child, Miss Season out here roaring. Hey, y'all ever watch The Exorcist? Hello, hello, leave me alone, get out of here. Listen, I don't know what type of shift in voice that she had, but apparently her voice went deep, okay? And she trying to explain it. Hey, sis, take a look at this and what it says about why my voice was so deep. Child, it was serving eviction notices for everything unclean in me. Baby, damn. Child, it sounded like she was having an exorcist to me. It sounds like her ass may have been possessed or something, allegedly. Allegedly, okay. So anyway, what she say? Give me the power, I beg of thee, Chucky head ass. Give me the power, I beg of thee. Hey sis, yes it was. And here she go, agreeing ass. Yes, it was. Sis, let God guide you. And sometimes we show up people for a short time and not a long time. Sometimes it's just an assignment, but our feelings gets involved. Okay. So basically she's saying you was a piece of ass. It was supposed to be for a short time, not a long time. Okay. But you let your feelings get involved of the coochie. Okay. That's what she's saying. So Miss Season said, I know, sis. God told me. I just wish my pure heart and emotions wouldn't have been weaponized and used as a tactic to try and control me by keeping me in an emotional loop. Now she's blaming it on him. I love from a pure place, and it was just heartless, but God got it. I gave it all to him. I know one thing. I don't want other man that's not healed, and I have to come in and help carry their burdens. Oh my Lord Jesus. And then Don says, I understand, sis, and I hate your love wasn't appreciated and your heart got broken in the process. I'm glad God is showing you the way. I honestly didn't know y'all were in a relationship because y'all both kept saying y'all were single. To just being honest, I wouldn't have been okay with someone saying we're single, but in reality, we're dating. But I respect y'all decision. Well, yours in the situation, because bro never admitted otherwise to me. That's definitely understandable. I guess that's why bro kept telling me you were a good woman, but he wasn't the right man after going through what he went through with the ex. I pray whenever you're ready, you meet a man that can match your energy, sis. And then she came back and said, we hadn't made anything official. You telling on yourself. But to my understanding, we were dating exclusively. The perception of the fans also played a big role in the single narrative with him coming out of a marriage. And I held space for that. Dating for 2.5 years, both parties can't help but develop feelings. Talking every day, all day, or seeing one another in person, spending excessive amount of time together, sleepovers at my house and his. He knows I'm a good woman. He just wasn't ready to meet me where I am because I would have required accountability, growth, and change. And some people just can't get there. So they settle for what's easiest. God had a plan, but he missed it. And I'm okay with that. Girl, she just want to act like God meant for them to be together. What part of she was messing with a damn man and having a whole, she was an adulterer. Well, I don't know. Is she an adulterer if she messed with a married man, or if the man is adulterous? I think they both, I don't know. But anyway, she was messing with a married man, helping him be an adulterer. All right? He was an adulterer. I don't know if you call her an adulterer. Y'all let me know in the comments. But anyway, nevertheless, Don said, yeah, I get it. And God will always guide us in the right direction. We just have to listen and follow his guidance and path. Sis, I know this will pass, and I know you can't turn the headaches off like a light switch, or heartaches, I'm sorry. But just know God got you fully covered all the time. And I'm definitely thankful you didn't run to the internet lying on bro like the ex did, saying that he beat on you and things of that nature. I don't see how she can live with herself knowing she told the lies that she's told and publicly at that. But to you said when Key and I first met, you wouldn't go to the internet. But to that, people would be upset because he's never raised his hand or voice at you. But then she says, the emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and emotional abuse is all psychological warfare, which is just as bad as physical abuse of all people. However, that's not my cross to bear. He knows what he did, and that's why I text him, I forgive you. I would prefer someone whoop my ass one good time than to experience the paper cut effects of emotional manipulation over time while I'm standing in the gaps to protect him, then left to bleed out. At least it would have been one and done. He knows I have my boys to take care of, and to put me through that is inhumane. I wish he would have just been upfront about his intentions fully, instead of going back and forth about what we could be, then back to the single narrative to avoid accountability whenever I question things. The internet can't do anything but bump their gums and create chaos. God's wrath is what matters, not man. If God had delivered me and if God had to deliver me and yank me out of there, that in itself should tell you how bad it was. And she responded, I don't know what to say, sis. Honestly, I'm just praying you get the healing and closure that you deserve. Is you meaning bad as in you thought y'all were in a relationship and saying y'all wasn't, or how the outcome of y'all not dealing with each other going forward from the Simone situation? She says, sis, thank you. I received the prayer. Oh, yeah, she says, I'm just praying you get the healing and closure. Okay. I received the prayers. To clarify, what made it bad wasn't just the Simone situation or even the title of relationship. It was the emotional confusion, the manipulation, the mixed messages, while I was showing up solid, loyal, and giving real care. We were consistently connected for 2.5 years. That's not something casual. It felt like we were building something, and he flipped it. But then he said one thing in private, switch it up, then project another story in public. And that alone, hold on. Okay, well, that's cut off. And then it says something about, okay, one thing in private, switched it up, and then projected something in public. And she said, and that's something damaging. It's not just a label. It's about something. Labor in love for someone who wasn't ready, wasn't honest, and ultimately wasn't healthy for me. So yes, the ending hurt. But what hurt deeper was realizing how much I gave while being emotionally misled. That's what I had to be delivered from. You even said for yourself, you know how your brother is. So imagine dating him for 2.5 years. This wasn't no fling, no matter how he tries to swing it now. You saw that, Papa Doe's. Those skits weren't planned skits. Those were actually dates and times we spent together and just did content. We never planned a skit. So she said, sis, I honestly think in order for you to move forward freshly, I think you and bro need to have a conversation so that y'all can both have a clear understanding of y'all's situation to be able to move forward, whether y'all together or not, or just be friends or associates, or where y'all can cross paths and be cordial and speak and go y'all separate ways. I'm praying whatever you need to take place so you can be at peace. And she says, I was just giving you a clear picture so you can understand this wasn't about labels nor Simone at all. It goes much deeper. I already told Robert this to his face. He knows how I feel. He's moved on to a new relationship, and I've moved on to counting my healing, so there's no need to talk or continuing my healing. She says, all he's going to do is gaslight and manipulate. There's no reasoning with him. So she says, okay, sis, I understand, and I can respect that, sis. All these sis. Y'all better beware of these sis. So going forward, we just need to discuss things that doesn't involve Robert. You should have nipped that in the bud a long time ago. I wouldn't have never. So you get the healing you need. I don't want to keep discussing him because I feel like it's not healthy, especially with you moving on. I love you. I'm here for you, but I don't think discussing him is making things better for you. Men move slower than us women, faster than us women. She said, I agree. My initial text had absolutely nothing to do with him. I was texting you about my voice being deep, being all deep and shit, and why it was so deep. When you mentioned this, hey, sis, yes, it was. Sis, let God guide you. And sometimes we show up people for a short time and not a long time. Sometimes it's just as an assignment, but our feelings get involved. Is how we got on that topic. She said, yes, sis, you right. I did. And I apologize for that because I too practice what I preach. Okay. She says, and yeah, they do always move on quick and want everyone to carry the ruins of their destruction in silence. So she's still talking about the shit. She don't know how to leave it alone. She's still talking about the shit. Trust me, that's how my ex was. I was hurt, but I prayed and let it be. He calls sometimes, but it's just casual conversations. So this is the end of what he submitted to the court. If I was Vivacaaaaa, I would snatch that restraining order down. I don't even think she can at this point. I think she still has to go before the court. I think she still has to go before the court because it's already in motion. Okay? It's already in motion, which means the judge is going to read all of this. Yeah, this is not a good look for Vivacaaaaa. It's not a good look for Vivacaaaaa. And these messages were all the way until August. Well, she started unsending messages. You see, August the 6th at 11:58 p.m., Miss Season unsent messages. They kill me with these unsending these messages shit. But this talk about him and the relationships and all this stuff went all the way to August, right? August of 2025. And here it goes, now February, but she filed this in January. So she's been holding on to this pain and this anger basically for almost a damn year. She's been holding on to this for almost a year. When she basically told him, I'm walking, that this is not going to work, right? When she told him that, she didn't mean it. We already established that she didn't mean it. And she's been hurt ever since, okay? And she doesn't know how to move on. I swear I would have slid up under something else. I mean, I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. But listen, out of a year, listen, this is what I believe that, and this is one of my favorite songs right here that I'm going to play. I ain't going to play the whole thing. And the only reason why I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want my video blocked like it was the last time. But this is what I think that Vivacaaaaa, she's in her feelings 100%. But this is what I think that she is singing to Robert, okay? Hold on. Hear it? Oh, hell no. Y'all can't hear Monica saying, before you walked out my life. Y'all can't hear it. Oh, man. Y'all was supposed to hear Monica. Y'all was supposed to hear Monica. She said, I thought it was me. Y'all was supposed to hear it. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go back. She says, before you walked out my life. All right, let me see what my hubby then did to the damn thing when he hooked it back up. Hold on. I never meant to cause you no pain. That's what Monica said. I just want to go back to being the same. I just want to make things right before you walk out of my life. All right, I just sung it for y'all. I just sung it for y'all, okay? I just sung it. Y'all didn't hear that? Before you walk out of my life. She said, you should have played So Gone. Oh, So Gone over you? Hold on. Jay did to the volume then. Okay, maybe that just mean my video ain't gonna be flagged today. Sorry, y'all. I wanted to play it. So y'all didn't even hear the player from Himalaya either? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, nevertheless. All right. Y'all didn't hear it. It's okay. She said there's no sound. Can y'all hear me? I'll fix this tonight. I don't know what the hell happened, y'all. I don't know what the hell. She said it's the shoes for me. You know when you love, listen, when you in love and you caught like this, look, when you in love and you call like this, you already know what it is. You already know what it is, okay? She says, I never meant to cause you no pain. I just want to go back to being the same. I only want to make things right because of Robert. I don't want you to walk out of my life, okay? She just want him back, okay? She want Robert back. We understand that. Robert moved on with a younger female, and she just doesn't know how to handle it. She can't take it. It's bothering her. She mad. It's bothering her, okay? So unfortunately, you know, we got to see her go through this. I got to pull her up right quick because I just need to see her face right quick. Miss Vivacaaaaa. This is embarrassing. But you know what? Let me just say this. Y'all know how Brianna was embarrassed over a lot of things that happened. Oh, no, not that account. Let me go to this account. A lot of things that came out. Oh, no, not this. Okay, hold on. A lot of things that came out. That's not what I'm trying to do. That was involved in their marriage, right? Receipts and all this stuff or whatever. And she was embarrassed. So why can't Vivacaaaaa be embarrassed? And Vivacaaaaa started, you know, she brought some of this stuff to the forefront. So why can't she be embarrassed? You know? Let's see what she's doing over there. Oh, she just posting all type of Valentine's Day. She acting like she trying to sell some buttercream. Oh, Miss Vivacaaaaa, girl. Miss Vivacaaaaa. Oh, man, girl. Ooh. And to know that she's hurt and now talking all deep and shit. Vivacaaaaa. Vivacaaaaa should have let us hear her deep voice. She should have demonstrated to us what being delivered sound like. I think she owed that to us. Don't y'all think so? I think she owes that to us. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. So somebody says she's over there whipping up. She missed that whip appeal. She missed that whip appeal. So she has not been out in a while. Let me show y'all her profile. She hasn't been out in a while talking about narcissisms or manipulating or gaslighting, especially now that we all know who she's talking about or who she's been talking about. And even though she tried to come out here and lie and be like, I'm not talking about him. I've been doing this forever and ever. I'm not talking about him. Well, y'all, Miss Vivacaaaaa ain't even posting. Oh, well, she did about Valentine's Day is almost here. Oh, she embarrassed. She embarrassed. It's okay, Miss Vivacaaaaa. She embarrassed, y'all. She is embarrassed that she has to do this, and she know that social media is going to get a hold to it, okay? She said, what goes around, come around, I guess. And that's what it seemed like to me, Cookie. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like the things that she wanted for Brianna came back and visit her as well. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm the type of person, if karma comes back and whoop my ass, I'm just going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to learn from it as well. I'm going to be like, yeah, this is my karma, or yeah, I'm getting my ass whooped. This is the ass whooping I deserve for what I did, right? I would not try to not take accountability for things that I've done. She was dead ass wrong for the things that she did, but I don't think that she would ever admit it. She was dead ass wrong. So now she's over there and she's hurting. And no one is laughing at her hurting, but she laughed at Brianna. She laughed at Brianna. She laughed at Brianna's tears. Yep, she laughed at her. So nevertheless, I mean, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for someone that did the same shit, if not worse, to someone else. Downplayed what they was going through, read them for filth every single day, dragged her by the top of her head to the bottom of her foot. Okay? So it's hard to, to see the same man that you came out here protecting. And let me tell you something. She was his biggest ass protector, for real. Wasn't she? She was his biggest, she went harder in the paint than anybody. She went harder in the paint than anybody. And he turned around and he did the same shit to her that he did to Bree. Well, so she claimed. Emotional manipulation, gaslighting. What Bree say? He mind fucked me. He mind fucked me. Well, if he mind fucked Bree, would you say that he mind fucked Miss Season 2? Do she feel like she got mind fucked too? I would have never thought Sage would be begging because she was held behind that page. Well, people can say one thing and their action says something different. So she was weak. You remember all that? Meet me in the hole, hoes. Meet me in the hole, hoes. She was weak all along. She was weak. She was never strong. She was weak. Absolutely weak. And hey, it is what it is. She said, yep, she is in reaping season. Yep, and she just got to go through it. She literally has to go through it. It'll be all right. Lolita, what's your opinion on Season trolling Bree as Sage in the city? Why you going to put her on a spot like that? Why you going to put her on a spot like that? But anyway, Cassie says she deserves all of this. Does anybody, I'm going to drop the link. Does anybody want to come on the panel and just give their thoughts about this entire situation? Miss Season, ex-boyfriend, non-boyfriend, lover, non-lover, relationship, non-relationship. Do anybody want to come up? Do anybody want to come up? She said, yep, and Bree was young and inexperienced, and she did that crap to her. But Vivacaaaaa is evil because ain't no way I could have done that to someone that could have been my daughter. Exactly. I don't understand how she, and you know what she used to do that used to get me so much? She used to try to like take pictures and like, let's just say a Brianna wore a curly wig. She would go put on a curly wig. Hey, Gail, baby, how are you?
Hey, Amora, how y'all doing? And hey, Jack. Amora, when you just said, ain't nobody laughing at her lies you tell, because I'm laughing at her dumb old ass. She too old to be so dumb. But we knew that. We could see straight through it all the time while she was flogging. Baby, I'm laughing. I am laughing every day. Every time. I love that for her. I really do. I love that.
Okay, she must have hit the wrong button. Come back, Cheryl. Come back, girl. Let me drop the link again. Cheryl was talking. She must have got either a phone call or she hit a button. Come back, Cheryl. She must have got a phone call. Dupu said she had to take her lick. Yep, she had to take her lick. Valerie said she too old to be that dumb. It's Miss Magnificent said, listen, to get gone by Idea, that's the song. To Get Gone. I'm gonna have to pull it up. Okay, Cheryl, you must have got kicked off by your phone or something wrong.
Yeah, somebody called and knocked my phone off. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, baby. Yes.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying. For all the stuff that she did on the Sage in the City page, you can't do nothing but laugh at the karma just kicking her totally all up in her. It, well, everything, because
Uh,
she was dead wrong. She was dead wrong. She, like you said, she would never come out and admit it because she feel like she was just so classy
yeah.
behind all the her Miss Caesar page, but everybody knows she was a demon and she did a whole lot of low down, dirty stuff. And I'm laughing, I'm clapping, I'm jumping, and everything for joy. Cause I would never, well, I never did that in my 30s and 40s. Beg me, ain't no way I would have never had if I did, Carol, or whatever, they would never know it. And it most definitely wouldn't have never been in no Texas. It most definitely wouldn't have been texting nobody. Talk to him for me. Talk,
I
baby.
know.
At the big age of 50, see, I'm 59 now, and my boyfriend, because I'm divorced. I got divorced in 2018. So my boyfriend, he's younger. He's only 42, 43. Baby, he be telling me all the time, you too hard for me. Yeah, because I don't play. I'm not finna play. I never did that. You're not finna play with me. I've been independent, but like I said, I had a real husband that did what he was supposed to do to take care of business. We just fell out of love. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
other than that, I'm not finna let no man play with me. Especially, it's clearly that he was upfront with her because she's calmly putting, well, he's always said we friends and we this and that. Now time that she's saying none of the text messages. Well, he told me that he really loved me and he really wanted to be with me. He didn't say none of that. So
Well,
he
she
was
tried to say in one of the texts, she did try to say that, but I think it was just between them two. She said, Robert, you did say you loved me. Stop playing. And he's like, I never told you I loved you. I told you I cared about you. And she was like, okay, Robert, whatever.
okay, but even if he said he loved her, he still was constantly in different text messages in public, on public platforms saying he's single, he don't want to be in a relationship, he don't want to get married or anything.
Right.
So I mean, but his actions showed everything that he's saying. That's just point blank. Period. I mean, you
Right.
can't. I just can't. I mean, she's just making the 50 and over women just look like. I mean, is this for real? Are you really? Do your brain really work like that? What's really going on with you, lady?
Right.
Because some of this stuff, I'm like, and I know this lady in this big age was not acting like that, and I
Yes,
don't
she
know.
was. And coming out to the internet, acting like everything was all good and she was just having the time of her life, knowing that she was hurting her ass off. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to come out here crying and whatnot, but she was supposed to pick up her shit and her feelings and move the fuck on.
Right.
And I'm filing this protection order, in my opinion, made it worse. What
Made
you
her
think?
look worse. She need to just not show up or just drop everything, because I mean the judge gonna look at her and say, ma'am, if you don't get out of my court and quit wasting my time, he might even charge her with contempt of court because of wasting the court's time. He need to, because that's just a waste of time. Ain't no way I would make a fool out of myself in front of nobody, even strangers, the court, in front of the judge or nobody like that.
Right. And she did. I mean, this is definitely making her look bad. This is definitely making her look bad, But she came out here flaunting and fronting like, Like,
Cause some of these people are more, I be like, oh Lord, I just wish I could get them up under my wings. Cause baby, as the old saying goes, more, I've been running rings around men all my life. Ain't no way
mhm.
in on God's green earth that I could just let nobody just make me look like a fool like that out in public. Even if they was, if he did tell her that they was dating after he have with the Simone and then with a mirror, with the
Yeah.
violinist, with, it's been like 4 or 5, the Tesla girl and all that. It's just been so many women that he just embarrassed her about, so
Yeah.
she was just too old to be looked, and it's really embarrassing for her grown boys if they're on the internet and have seen whatever. I'm quite sure she have let him meet them and all that. It's just embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed for her. I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. She
it
played
might be
herself.
mean. It might be mean or more, but I am really happy for her. I was like, oh my God, Robert to unload the clip. I'm so happy. I was just cheesing like, oh, okay, there you
I
go.
know. Can you imagine us being happy over something Robert done did? Can you
Right.
imagine agreeing with how Robert handled it? Like,
That's what
God,
I'm saying. I mean, Robert was one of the men that I was like, oh man, he just disgusts me. But at this moment, I'm really proud of Robert.
yeah, I know, right? Because he moved with grace on this one. I'm sorry because he put his ducks in a row. He documented this shit, right? And you know what? I can't be mad at the brother. I can't be mad at the brother because he had a woman on his hands that was older than him and older than Brianna. And listen to this. You remember when she came out and said, Nate, I'm glad that you said I cannot be manipulated like that friend of yours or something like that. Robert manipulated the dog shit out of her ass.
And worse than the
She
friend of
didn't even
ours.
get a title. She ain't even had a title. At least if Brianna was manipulated, it was because Brianna was 11 years younger than him and she had a title of marriage, right? A wife.
And Brianna got a marriage within 3-4 months. Baby, you got
Yes,
two and a half years and you didn't even get a title. You were still in the friend zone, and after that, you didn't even want to be in the friend zone no more because you, man. I just like I
she
just
should
can't
have.
believe she couldn't be any kin to me, baby. I disown her for real. Maybe there ain't no way you nothing like the women in our family.
I think she should tap into her real friends, not these little internet sister friends. I think she should tap into her real friends so her real friends can tell her, girl, you need to snap the fuck out of this. Like, what is wrong with you? Snap out of this. This ain't
And
it. Let that
evidently
man.
she don't have any real friends because my friend would have told me. My friend, I'm telling you, this is exactly what my friend would have told me. Girl, excuse the expression or more, she would say, girl, fuck that nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was like, if you don't, well, she didn't. My friend wouldn't have to tell me that because I would have told that man told him that himself, man, fuck you
Yeah,
for
she was going
real.
through it all. And then what about all the stuff that she feel like she did for him? If you did a lot for a guy and and it didn't work out, would you even be stressing it or worrying about it? Like it's
No,
all
what is done is done. I wouldn't even, like I said, whatever would have been done or more, nobody else never would have known because even if he would have
exactly.
said it, I would have denied it. Never would have been in writing.
Or
No,
not even just don't say nothing, ignore it. Just ignore it.
right. I would ignore it because if what I do for people, I do from the heart. So I'm not gonna constantly bring it up anyway. I'm not gonna ever bring it back up. And what if we end, and I'm not gonna what? Well, I did this for you. I did that. It's over. Whatever
Right.
I did, you can keep it. I'm done. I'm gone.
And the fact that she keeps saying, I did this for him, he used me, I did this for him. Then that wasn't from the heart. It was not from the heart. Like, just
Mm.
leave it alone. You did it. Okay. He took advantage of it. Then it would have came back on him.
And
Right?
then
Or
she
he would
got
have felt
saying,
convicted.
She comes saying she feel used. Well, you used him because you came out here. You knew what it was. He was just getting out of a marriage, a breakup, and then getting out of a marriage. And you really thought you was playing on people top, and thought you was really making Brianna jealous. Which
Yeah,
Bree was never jealous anyway, because she used to call her grandma.
yeah. She never was jealous of her. And you're right. She used him and she used his daughter. She played in Brianna's face with his daughter. If nothing
Right,
else, you know what I'm saying? She should have got decked in the fucking face over that. But Brianna didn't even do that. She played in Brianna's face with her daughter. Like she did too much.
right.
Oh my goodness. She
Yeah,
never
but
got
like you said,
Lord.
she'll never be a woman and admit to what she did. You know that she was wrong, because she really did what all the stuff she did on the stage and the city page and behind the scene and all that. She did that to impress Robert, but he was paying attention to all the stuff that she was doing and made sure he noted that she's really low down, and stuff like that. Cause see, he really at a long time ago started saying, "Now this woman is not for me." Especially after she made the statement, he need to forget about his child and all that. So he wasn't looking at her as no long term woman, no way.
Yeah, because who does that? What woman that has her children want a man to sign over the rights to his children?
Right?
She was already in the wrong. She was already in the wrong. You know? I
Yep.
got some
Yep.
of her, I got a lot of her text message.
Yeah. She played herself. She played herself, and like I say, I just love that for her. So.
Yep, you remember this one? Attention bloggers, certain influencers don't want us mentioning them or using their images. Let's refrain from using their name also and use alias only and add Latruth's face to all commentary. Let's drown out the BS. No face, no case. Mm, use alias.
Mhm.
She wanted to use alias, right?
Right.
She should have just admitted she has a problem with lying, narcissism, and BDP or BPD. I would watch if she checked herself into a mental hospital and get help. That would help her in the community since mental health is such a taboo because this ain't it, sis. And then put the foot thing down there. You remember they was used to call her Bigfoot,
Mhm.
Sloopfoot.
Well,
Yeah,
that's exactly where she need to be, in somebody's mental hospital, because all the stuff. Because like she say, like I said, she played herself. Because anytime you get to texting and acting like, excuse the expression, that Don was really your friend. Even if I would have talked to Don on the phone, I never would have been texting her anything. She loved exposing text messages. I mean, that
yeah,
that lady got to be the dumbest, weakest, oldest woman I know in my life, in your 50s, to even be talking to these 40-year-olds about, can you talk to him, call him, and all that. Girl, I would have been like, baby, come on, let's go out and drink some, pick up you a one night stand or something, because to get something done. You ain't right in the
she
head.
was She was worrying about Jonelle right here. Look, it show is mighty hot for both of y'all to be wearing sweatshirts in 80-degree weather. Baby, give it up. That's an old picture. Find a different clown. John is on his story as of 20 minutes ago in a wife beater. That man is gone too. He's gone. Yeah, okay. Well, Robert ass is gone. Robert ass is gone. Robert gone.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna address y'all hoes tomorrow, but I see those bricks are crumbling little by little, brick by brick. What the fuck y'all thought? I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your little house down. Okay.
That,
Okay.
that was supposed to.
Yeah, baby. She used to
Oh,
tear her damn wall talking about Bree. She said, video and camera did it no justice. You could feel the love in the place. I think she probably bragging on herself or something. Hold on, let me go back to it. Then she said, did y'all see that security? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I told y'all they weren't going to do nothing but sit down and behave. I don't know what she's talking about on that one. But anyway, child, I got a lot of old ass messages and things, a post that she posted. I didn't even post all of them. She said, that's a mess I did in my 20s. Exactly. She said, now who going to need the mental hospital? She is. I heard she did go to the hospital though. Thank you, Tracy Ray. Tracy says, show those Sage in the City receipts. Expose the shit he had you doing to Bree since you want something to expose some shit. Exactly. Now listen. She'll be cooking with Crisco if she came forward and said, Your Honor, he told me to do this to Brianna. But to be honest, Cheryl, I don't think Robert told her to do that. I think she did that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Right. She seems a bit controlling, don't she? I'm serious. I do not believe that Robert told her to do any of that stuff. I think she did it because she thought that it would keep him or get him. I don't think Robert told her. What do y'all think, chat? Do y'all think Robert told Miss Season to do the bullshit that she was doing to Brianna?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because you know, he at one while when they was calling saying she was Sage in the City. At first, I don't believe he even knew that she was Sage in the City because he was, you know, he was so adamant about she wasn't at first. I believe he found out a little later, but a lot of the stuff that she was doing, I don't think he knew she was doing it.
You don't think so? I don't know about that. I mean, at what point do you think he found out? When you say later on, you mean like the day he came out and asked?
Yeah, I think that was about that time when he really found out. Because, like I say, I just, you know, I'm just looking back on a lot of things, and I was kind of hard on him, but a lot of things I think he was a little green on too.
I don't know about that.
I know he subbed a lot and all that, but I don't think he knew everything to the extent that she was doing. I just don't think he knew everything to the extent.
The reason why
so you think he knew who she was from the beginning?
Well, because she was posting all the court documents and stuff on there.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know about everything. Because, see, for a long time, I didn't even know about the stuff she was doing as far as that on that page.
They will always get the information first. And we were like, damn, they just left court. But she would know, Sage in the City would know everything that happened in court. Sage in the City knew, you remember when Lupac said, that Sage in the City page, that's a personal investment because they knew so much and they used to swing for him so hard. So they knew so much. And he know who he told stuff to. So I think that he had to know because, again, she would post the court stuff and also say things that happen in court or whatever and other things that we didn't know nothing about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes. That's kind of a giveaway right there. That he, you know, unless he was telling more than one person some information.
Okay. Sonia says she think they plotted and played together. Okay. Okay.
And then Jen said she did that shit on her own. Okay, so some people think she did it on her own, and some people think that he knew. C-Page said, read my post on more. C-Page.
What I'm saying is she probably did. She did the stuff on her own. He probably did know who she was, but a lot of the sick stuff she was doing, I just don't think he knew she to the extent she was doing. You know how much she was doing. That's what I'm saying.
Look what C-Page said. She said, Robert records everything. That's why the bed. He asked her to clear up who Sage is. He can use that too. Ooh. So if Brianna ever wanted to come after the Sage page, he'd be like, shit, that wasn't me. That wasn't
Yeah,
me.
because you remember they was sitting in, yeah, that's right, see, Paige. That's when that's the time I think, that I thought he really didn't know exactly who she was when they was sitting up in the bed and he read somebody's messages and he was like, oh, she's not Sage in the city. Are you Sage in the city? He was like asking her to clear it up or something like that.
Yeah, but that wasn't all a joke. That was like a skit.
Oh,
He
okay.
knew who it was because he was like, "Ooh, I love who that is. They be riding hard for me." No, he knew that was definitely not the day he found out. I think he knew. I think he knew.
Oh, okay. From the beginning.
But then Tracy Ray says he knew. I think in the beginning it was him and Kevin on that stage in the city page. I think he allowed her to take over the page. Remember, Sage in the city would always say, "Hey, family." Yeah, they did used to say, "Hey, family," all the time. All the time. So you might be right about that. They used to say, "Hey, family," all the time. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, so and remember, we used to think the page was Kevin. We thought the page was quite a few people, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Jay said from the get-go he knew. So I don't know. He definitely knew because he created the Sage page. Oh, what is it? Jaylee said he definitely knew because he created it.
Yeah, I see.
So I mean, I don't know, I definitely know he knew before that day. Before that day. But I think he knew. And like I said, I knew he knew when the court proceedings and stuff was going on because we used to try to get the information first. And then all of a sudden, Sage in the city would post it. We were like, "God, get it." So, and the only way they could get it is if it came from him or Brianna. Because we was like, damn, how
Mhm.
so fast. Sometimes they would get it before it was even posted to the website, to the court. And we was like, damn, how they get that so fast? So we knew it had to be somebody in his family or close to, close.
Yeah.
So Lolita said, I don't care what y'all say now, but I don't think Kevin had anything to do with that page. Well, somebody was saying, "Hey, family," a lot. So she said, that's true. Coco knew from the beginning. Yeah, she told Coco that she was going to be dating him. She said Coco told it first. He was calling her Lisa Ray. He should have been calling her Lynn Whitfield. He should have. But this goes to show you, I mean, we should know this already, right? But a pretty face does not mean that your mental is not off. People need to stop mistaking these pretty faces as, oh, this person is, legit. No, some of these motherfuckers are crazy. And I'm not calling her crazy, but I'm saying that as an older woman, she knew better. A lot
I'm
of
not
this
calling, I'm not calling her crazy, but she got some mental illness going on for real. She really do. So whatever you call that, that's what it is. She's mentally ill.
it says he knew, but I think it was very strategic to have her say it on camera, sarcasm or not. She recorded saying it was her. Yep, that's true. And a lot of people didn't want to believe us. They was like, oh, it was just a skit. They was just playing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Say what you want to say. We was peeping it though.
Cause you remember when she really got caught up when who was that? Was that Toya that made a mistake and called her name? Or who was that busted out on live? You remember
Uh
she was bust out on live. I think it was Toya.
oh no, that was somebody just asked me for that video today, but that was another woman. You talking about the one that said, Sage, that can't be Sage in the comments because Sage is up here. You talking about that one?
Right. And she was like,
You
no,
told
I'm
her
not
that.
saying this. Then somebody said something about Miss Season.
Yeah. I have
It
that
was
video, but I don't know which video is
this
under.
video it is.
I don't know what I named it, but and she swore up and down that it was not her. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I cannot remember which video.
Yeah, she's like that wasn't me, and everybody knew her voice. Everybody caught on to it right then and said, "Yeah, they busted her out."
Yeah. And the lady kept trying to say, well, I mean, I think Miss Season actually tried to say it wasn't her. And then I think the lady came back the next day and was like, that was me, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Video, I wish I knew what I named it. Oh my God.
Yeah, Tracy, right. That's exactly what happened. Somebody said, hey, Sage. And she paused and said, hey.
Yeah.
And then come back and said, something about Miss Season or something.
Yeah, she said, hey, Miss Season. Hey, Miss Season. She tried to pretend like it wasn't her. And she was questioning somebody up there about Brianna, right? She was questioning somebody on the panel about Brianna.
Yeah.
She was so invested. I just can't think of what I named it. Oh man, I wish I knew. Let me see something right quick.
Yeah,
'Cause, you
that
know,
lady was really obsessed with Brianna for her. And I used to be like, ain't no way I would be calm down in a girl that young, that's young enough to be my daughter. You know, she was going after Brianna hard.
Mm-hmm. I was looking for. So I must have not named it that. Let me see if I named it.
In the chat, they saying there was Ebony that made a mistake and called her Miss Season. They saying there was Ebony.
Video.
Huh?
No, I don't think that was Ebony that time. On that panel.
I think that was the little profile lady.
I don't know if that was Ebony. Not for unless we're talking about two different things, because Ebony was on Amber's panel when she said something about Miss Season. But I'm talking about the one that she was up there and they said that can't be Miss Season because Miss Season is up here.
Yeah, right. Now somebody else still said, two people saying that was Ebony that called it out. And then now Michelle saying, I don't think it was Ebony.
Yeah, I'm still looking for it. Oh, it's telling me. Oh, okay, hold on. So I must not have put her name.
Yeah, she was. It was a. She was questioning. They said the boy cousin about Brianna. You know, she was. It was a guy. She was calling a question about Brianna.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that, but
that's right, Cargo. That's when it came out on that, Cargo.
I don't know what I named it though. Let me see. I don't know what would I have named that. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to see what I would have named that video. Because I just looked, she said, I sent it to you. Check your inbox. What? You sent it to me? Oh shit. Let me see.
Right, Shalonda.
Let me see.
Bria be having everything, don't it? Bria be on top of it.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember the name of the video? Okay, she sent it to me. She sent me the clip, but she probably don't know the name of the video, but she sent me the clip. I wish I knew the name of the video so I can go back and retitle it the right way. Now, I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it because y'all couldn't hear it the last time, but can y'all hear that? Hold on. Hold on, let me do it like this. Cause y'all can't hear that, can y'all?
I'm finna drop back down or more.
Okay, baby. Thanks for coming up, Cheryl. Appreciate you, honey.
All right.
All right. All right, can y'all still hear me? I'm gonna play it on my phone. Give me a second. Oh, this so low. Can y'all hear that? Nah. Can y'all hear that?
Okay, that's one. That ain't the one.
Hey, Miss Season.
Hey, Miss Season.
Miss Season can't be in the comments because Miss Season's up here.
Yep, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I might have to go to
She said Miss Season can't be in the comments because Miss Season is up here.
That ain't the one.
Hey, Miss Season.
Hey, Miss Season.
Miss Season can't be in the comments because Miss Season's up here.
Yep. She got straight busted.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice how when she said Miss Season's not in the comments, she can't be in the comments because she up here. All of a sudden, Miss Season froze. But Miss Season froze when she said, hey, Miss Season. And Miss Season said, hey, Miss Season. That was Miss Season that said, hey, Miss Season. And then they tried to play it off and act like it wasn't her. Had all these people come out and be like, that wasn't her. That wasn't, oh, that was her. Stop playing. That was definitely her. That was definitely her. All that plotting, and it was RH they destroyed. Who was the woman on there more? That was the one that said it can't be Miss Season. Oh, I don't know who that person was. I don't know who that person was that said it can't be Miss Season. It was probably just one of the supporters. Let's listen to it again. Hold on.
Miss Season can't be in the comments because Miss Season's up here.
Hold on. Hold on. Come on. Hold on.
Okay, that's one. That ain't the one.
Hey, Miss Season.
Hey, Miss Season.
Miss Season can't be in the comments because Miss Season's up here.
Yeah, so the one that said, hey, Miss Season, that was Miss Season. And then they were like, oh, no, we got the same. So anyway, but the long story short is Miss Season was literally up on the panel talking about Brianna business with someone else. That's just how fucking invested she was, that she would take panels and talk about her. We can't even say her boyfriend because he never claimed her ass, but talking about her lover's ex-wife. And at the time, they were still married. At the time, they were still effing married. So anyway, and we supposed to feel sorry for her. All right, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, let somebody else feel sorry for her. Let them fake believers feel sorry for her. But we ain't feeling sorry for her over here. It is what it is. It is what it is. But nevertheless, Robert is still over there vibing with the person that his sister said looked crazy. Okay. Okay, he got music, so I had to put it on mute. She probably don't know what he's saying. She just bobbing her head while he's singing to her. She probably like, Joker. Lord, Miss Season about to file another one, y'all. She gonna file another. They be like, they kiss again. They kiss. They kiss. Somebody said she drunk. So anyway, I'm sure Miss Season is watching it because she watched all their videos. Anyway, Miss Season, stop watching them. But y'all, I do gotta tell y'all, I did peep this. And I gotta tell y'all, Miss Season, is she listening, y'all? She listening because I came out the other day and I said she would be a damn fool to have him still on her in her photos. And when I looked, I didn't see him. Let me look again. It looked like she may have taken her and Robert down. Okay. Let me look again because I skimmed through it and I ain't see him. I was like, okay, she listening. And I know she listening, but them pictures should have been gone, to be honest with you. But let me see. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Yep. So she has finally taken the photos of her and Latruth off of her page, honey, and the videos. So maybe this is a sign that she is moving the fuck on. She took the pictures of him and her down. Down, 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 down. She took them down. Okay. Now let's look over at her. I mean, this is a sign of healing. Let's look at the reels because she still had the reels up of her and Latruth just the other day because I played it. She was in the restaurant singing, trying to kiss him, and he wouldn't kiss her back. She should be disgusted seeing that. I would if you claim a man did you so wrong. But let's see if she took those videos down. It looks like she may have, y'all. Yep, she took the videos down of them sitting in that restaurant. Look, y'all. So she has cleaned her page, okay? She has cleaned her page of Robert. Now, let's go see if Robert has cleaned his page of her. Hold on. Let's go see if Robert, let me try his Robert page first. Let's see if he cleaned his page of her. We got to go all the way down because, you know, he posts a lot. So, oof, Jesus. We got to go all the way down on his shit. Let's see, does he have him and Miss Season? And I don't know why Miss Season didn't get mad at the girl. He kissed this girl in Bahamas. Remember? Man, Robert did. Girl, she crazy. Robert was with all type of women's. Let's see if he still have her on any of these photos. I don't see her yet, y'all. I don't see her yet. Let me see. You know she was on the red carpet with him. She thought she had a red carpet nigga. She thought she had a superstar. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, she went to that award show with him. So he must have took her down too. I wonder, did the judge tell him to take her down, take each other down, or was it like just a mutual thing? I don't see her, y'all. Yeah, I don't see her. Did y'all see her? I don't see her. So I think he took her down too. Because I know she was at that Rights Award thing with him in these pictures right here. I mean, not pictures, but in this time span right here. And I don't see that. So then he didn't got rid of her too. So I don't know if the judge told them to or not. But the judge ain't ruled on nothing. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it looks like either they just made a mutual agreement or whatever to remove each other, or maybe one did it and then the other one followed, but she's not on his page. Well, not up under that, but let's look up on the video because you know Robert gonna keep his skits. He gonna keep his damn skits because baby, he still get paid off them things, I think. She said it's more pages he got. But have you seen somebody said, he removed her, she content. Let's see. I don't see no photos, so let's see if we see any videos. She said he ain't gonna remove her, she content. What the hell? She thought she was a relationship, but she was just content. Lord Jesus. Let's see. Let's see if we find that red robe of them together. Okay, I see him and Miss Season. I mean him and Amir with the red robe. He give everybody that damn red robe, don't he? He done had 3 women in that damn red robe. Child, that's a staple. You do a skit with me, I'm gonna need you to wear this red robe. Put this red robe on. Why I need to wear it? It's just I need you to. He gonna have Mosky wearing that damn red robe next. All right, hold on. I'm still looking. I have not seen no videos with her in it. Not yet, y'all. I think they may have removed each other. I think they may have removed each other. So now maybe they can start to heal. Well, more on her side, because I think Robert is gone. Like, I don't even think that he even focused on this shit. It wasn't as important to him as it was to her. He looked at her just another woman. Damn, 2.5 years, girl. And you was just another woman that he was sleeping with. Damn. They got to hurt. So I don't see it. I think that he removed her. You remember when she came out here talking about he's brilliant. He's so brilliant. He's like one of the most brilliant men I know. He's so brilliant, so talented. He's brilliant. And I'm going to go all the way to the top with him. I'm going to help him reach to the top, and I'm going to be right there building him, molding him, and feeding him steak dinners. Now, Amir probably told him to take it off too. You need to get rid of those. Get rid of those videos. If we're together as a couple, I need you to take that down. I wonder, is Amir going to have him delete the videos that he have of that he's uncovering of his ex-wife? Because he done uncovered a lot of them shit. So So anyway, I have not seen her, and I know I didn't look through 100 photos already. And she would have been somewhere on here. So anyway, I think she gone, y'all. She said he will hide the pictures into court. Oh, he will unhide the pictures after court. Amor don't care about marriage or any commitment. Oh, Amira don't care about marriage or any commitment. That's what he likes about her. Oh, did she say that she doesn't care about marriage or commitment? She said, if you are in fear of your life, why would you keep it on your page? How does it look to court? Well, you know what? So it was on there the day she filed, and it was on there before I said something about it the last time I spoke on it, because I pulled it up the last time. So yeah, she was still holding on to that shit. What I don't understand is why they didn't just not delete, but block each other. She shouldn't have never been watching a mirror. She shouldn't have never been watching that. Sometimes you gotta starve yourself of that shit. You know? So anyway, I don't know, y'all. She said, y'all stop it. Amira doesn't have any pull over Robert. Kimberly said, Amira doesn't have any pull. Girl, you would be all night and 11 days. So anyway, y'all, that's it, honey. This is crazy. So they go back to court on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken, which is Friday. So they go back to court on the 6th. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. But if I was her, would you just pull the plug, or would you just not show up in court? Which one? She said, wasn't that Monday he was still on her page? Probably so. It probably was Monday. She said they're still up on the mid-season page. But you want to know why they probably still up on the mid-season page? Because then, no, I don't know. Did she say he took control of that or she took control of that? I don't know who controlled the mid-season page. She said he's starting to tear Amira down, saying how she looked. That's where it starts. What do you mean when you say start tearing her down, saying how she looks? What do you mean, in a good way or a bad way? Kimberly, you would pull the plug? Me too. I would pull the plug. I would be like, Your Honor, let me just, maybe I was mistaken. Let me just go on and just, let me withdraw, please, Your Honor. I just want to withdraw. I'll block him, Your Honor. Moving forward, I'll just block him and move forward. I don't need your intervening. I'll just block him and move forward. Because she has not uploaded no evidence, no proof that he has been doing what she said he's been doing. But what do you mean he's starting to tear Amira down, saying how she looks? He was calling her Ashley today. Oh, he was? What did she do? Laugh? But that's where it started, little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. And people probably don't think that much of it. We had women on our panel that told us being called a bitch was what do they call it? A thing of endearment. A name of endearment, right? So she'll probably overlook it. She'll show up. She thinks she has a point to prove. Oh, so you do think this season with Vivacaaaaa is going to show up? She giggled. Oh, so he called her Ashley and she giggled? Okay. She said, Friday's my birthday. Hey, Friday is your birthday. Happy early birthday, girl. Happy early birthday. He doesn't care about seasoned salt to harass her. Yeah, I don't think he cared that much about her. I mean, if anything, I don't know if he's harassing her, but he might troll her. But trolling and harassing is two different things. Well, yeah, it is two different things, in my opinion, depending on how you do it. Now, he might troll her, though. She had flour all on her knees. She going to have to ride this one out. Going to mess around and get a warrant for her arrest if she don't slow up messing with him. Yeah, Miss Season. Leave Robert alone, girl. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. And you can tell you something. Once Robert announced that he was in the relationship with Amira, it's no way I would have found no charges against him. I would have blocked him immediately. I would have blocked him before this time, but definitely when he announced his relationship, I would have blocked him. I would not have given that man the satisfaction of knowing that I was even thinking about him. I just wouldn't. She said he only started trolling her because she was doing those narcissistic videos. Yep. He knew those videos was directed at him. No matter how much they wanted to come out here and lie and try to say it was not. I'm not talking about him. I'm invested in narcissistic relationships. I've been speaking on girl, Miss Season, shut it the fuck up. We know you was talking about him. We knew you was talking about him. I'm late as usual. We'll replay to get through my shift tonight. Yes, girl, hit that replay button because we about to end this one. I've been live. Listen, I've been live now 8 hours, y'all. I officially worked 8 hours today. Okay, officially worked 8 hours. 8 whole hours I worked today. Normally, I only work 3 or 4 hours a day, but today I worked 8 hours. I done pulled a whole damn shift, baby. Child, I might as well clocked in somewhere for real, for real. Amor, just remember the video they did and Seasoned Salt was outside his house. Oh, and knocking on the door? Yeah. And then they turned that into a skit? Yeah. I remember that, baby. But a lot of this shit is intentional. So she set herself up. But we said it, didn't we? We said this shit gonna come back and bite her ass. Some of these videos is gonna come back and bite her. Well, oh well. Girl, put a Band-Aid on it and keep it moving, honey. Now, I'm surprised the siblings ain't came out and dragged her. You know, that's their MO. Come out and drag the exes for filth. So that's their MO, honey. I'm surprised they ain't came out and drug her by her wig, baby. Because, you know, they got to prove their loyalty to their brother. So they normally come out. Oh, wait a minute. I do see, Miss Season still on his thing under the videos. Okay, he looking at that's content. He got 303K views. Oh, he ain't deleting this shit. 303K. And then the wedding got 353K. And then this one got 353K. Oh, yeah, he ain't deleting that. He is not deleting that. He ain't deleting that one. He ain't deleting the dress. He ain't deleting her picking some flowers on the outside. This one got 763K. Hell no, he ain't deleting that. That's almost 1 million. He ain't deleting that. Oh, hell no. But he deleted the other ones. He deleted the other ones. He said, hell no. If it got damn near 100K or more, hell no. Or 300K, he ain't deleting that. That's content. He like this content. Them kissing right there. Her picking flowers. The wedding dress. He said, this is content, baby. He deleted them photos. But these videos, he said, girl, this is mine, baby. I recorded this. I record everything. So anywho, she just gonna be another skit. She just gonna be another skit because he sure ain't deleting them. She said Dawn and Mika dropped those receipts on her and him on LOUDTalkerz Live today. Oh, it was different receipts? Toya says she's staying out of her brother's ish. I don't blame Toya. I don't blame her. She said her filing this only fed into his grandiose view of himself. Yep. She should have just let this go. I promise you she should have let this go. Girl, bye. She couldn't though. For some reason she could not let it go. Damn. Girl, bye. She said, Toya, not me, not today. Toya said, not me, not today. She was a booking fee and a transaction, and she didn't get it. Oh, wait a minute. He got another one in there. This is when they was at that club. This one, he got them at the club. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all remember this one? Look at this. Hold on. Let me get through the and in one of the texts he said, you said you always want to be with a man on the red carpet. Look at her. You can't tell her nothing. 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 She's like, you feel that, Aunt Booty? You feel it? You feel it? You feel it? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, hold on. Let me move this out the way. She like, do you feel that? Hold on. Let's do it again. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Hold on. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? You feel that, Aunt Booty? Do you feel that? Oh, Miss Season, girl. This shit is funny to me. This chat is funny. She tried, y'all. She tried. Anyway, I'm secure in my position. Secure in my position. She said, get ready for Season to drop all the dirt Latruth did to Bree. Well, you think she's going to do it before the court or after the court? Because then he can get her for retaliation. He can get her for retaliation or retaliation and I think that's it. She said my bath rug bigger than that piece of carpet. They were dancing on that red carpet. Remember, she told Simone she ain't going nowhere. She showed it. And he's still gonna be my man, my man, my man. And he's still gonna be my man, my man, my man. Lord, Miss Season. And this is after the breakup, y'all. And he's still gonna be my man, my man, my man. Well, he ain't, baby. He a mirror man, her man, and her man. Okay. So anyway, y'all, this is it, child. This is crazy work. She shitted on Simone too. Oh, he shitted on Simone too. Yep. Season not dropping shit. RH got her by her boobs. Yeah, I honestly think she should just give it up. I honestly think that she should just give it up. Withdraw that shit, block him, and move on. It ain't nothing else for the internet. Seriously. Withdraw that shit, block him, and move on. Block him, block Simone, block Amira, block everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that make you think about him. Block him, block him, block him, block him, block him. Just block him. Y'all so funny. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off of here, girl. I'm about to get off. I done been on. I done did a whole 8 hours. Who rode it with me, y'all? Who rode the whole 8 hours? I did 5 earlier and 3 now. This is about 9 hours. And I did take a lunch break. I did take a lunch break. Who rode these 9 hours with me? She said this was short-lived and boring. What was short-lived and boring? Not my live, was it, Tammy B? He wasn't blocked on January 27. Sure wasn't blocked on January 27. Sure was not blocked on January 27. She said the tarot lady said him and Amira ain't gonna last. She said the same thing about Season and him too, didn't she? She said him and Miss Season was not going to last, and they didn't. But I don't know about them tarot readers, y'all. I don't know about them tarot readers. She said no, RH and Vivacaaaaa. Oh, RH and Vivacaaaaa was short-lived and boring. Oh, I thought you meant by live. I was like, oh shit, I did 8 hours, girl. I did 8 hours. I did 8 hours. She said I have to replay. I had company for a while. Okay, Dupu. I had to listen the first live, but was able to get in the chat on the second one. Okay. I wonder if Simone had her twins yet. Girl, she gonna be pregnant for 36 months. For 36 years. Child, bye. That girl ain't pregnant. Stop playing. That girl is not pregnant. Okay? Let's just keep it all the way real. She ain't pregnant. She was not pregnant. She said a more commentary be lit. Thank you. Appreciate you. But anyway, I'm about to get off. It is 10:14 in Houston, which means it's 11:14 somewhere where y'all are at. I appreciate y'all to the max, to the fullest. And thank y'all for blessing this live stream. Thank you so much, Nahimi, for setting it off with a $49.99. Appreciate you. Thank you for 29 months, Sonia C. Day one supporter here to stay. Love you back, Sonia C. Thank you again for your support. Appreciate you. Thank you, Leslie Hill. Thank you, Cupcake. She said, keep getting louder and louder. We love it here. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Binky Bink. Thank you, Troy Parks. Hell to the no, not going back. I ain't about to circle around. Circle around for what? Girl, bye. That man told you what it was. Thank you, Rita M. I done woke everybody up in my house laughing out loud. Thank you, it's Miss Magnificent. Thank you, Tracy Ray. Thank you, Tracy Ray, again. And thank you, Florida Kiki. Is that what it say? Florida Kiki? Florida Kiki. Thank y'all so very much. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Okay? Hit the thumbs up button on the way out and catch this live if you just not coming in, or catch the other live. All right? Hold on. She said he might show and tell the judge that was her draws on the ceiling fan. I'm done with y'all. He gonna show the judge the panties. He gonna show them draws that was up there on the ceiling fan. Lord Jesus, I swear. But hey, all of this is her damn fault. You hear me? I love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Because they can't make a dollar without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that film.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family. These motherfuckers got me wanting to bless them. Because
they can't make a dollar without mentioning down one of our